go from this tranquility to that violence?
I usually take the Ferrari.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass, and I'm all out of bubblegum.
But this is Miami, pal, where you can't even tell the players without a program. Down here, you're just another amateur.
Leave anything for us?
Just bodies.
What is going on, everybody? Anthony here, Six Scale Mafia. We are on Tales of the Dark Side, episode 131 this Saturday night, my friends. Dude, hope everybody's having a great weekend. Harry, my man, what is up, my dude?
What's up, man? How's it going?
It's going, man. Good to have you back.
Always a pleasure, sir.
Always.
Always good to be here, man.
Good to be here, and always CT, my man. How are you doing?
Right on, man. Going good. My Celtics are in the finals. We got great weather here, finally, on the lake. And, man, I got Catwoman came in. And
Hell yeah.
It's all good.
Which what? The Dark Knight one, right?
Yeah, Dark
Knight Rises.
Dark Knight Rises. Oh, look at this.
Man,
look at
on
this.
the Bat Pod, too. Look at that shit.
Look at that. That's like the like the Queen Studios, right? But we were able to look at that. You're able to get her in that pose, huh?
That is awesome.
Yeah, in the CT studio.
CT studio, huh? That's awesome. That's super cool. Hell yeah. How is
the as well?
She's because that's the 2.0. So I mean, you think she feels pretty good. Articulation's good. Sculpt's hair is good.
I thought articulation was great. As you could see, she posed really well. Yep. I don't have a lot of rooted hair figures, so I'm not an expert, okay, but I was really happy. I know this one's not an artisan. This is the like doll like hair that people talk about. Yeah. But I gotta tell you, I was really impressed just the way it was formed. It wasn't just straight and out, and it looked great. I didn't have to touch it. Posed great. And I'm happy. Yeah,
dude,
really happy with that.
It looks great. It looks great.
It does look great.
It really does. I'm just not a huge fan of the trilogy. I like the Joker. I like Scarecrow. I like Two-Face. I mean, she's good too. But
I don't know why you feel like you have to say that. I mean, you don't have to say that. You can just like let that ride by, let it go by.
Yeah, I know.
Like, I'm one of the few.
For what it's worth, I agree with you, Anthony.
Do you?
I do.
Oh, wow. All right. I'm not alone. I'm not alone.
I do agree with you.
But no,
Batman
but
Begins is where it's at.
Yeah, Batman. Well, Dark Knight was good with the Joker. I enjoyed that. And
that was a Joker movie.
Two-Face.
But
yeah.
But I liked them all.
I digress. Say what's up to everybody in the chat here real quick before we begin. Phil the Fool, my man. What is up, man? We got 12-inch Moose Stream also in the house. What is up, my friend? James C., thank you, my man. Banger intro. What's up, man? From China, my dude. Thank you for coming. This was the morning for you, right? Yeah. So I appreciate it. We got Primetime Reviews. What is up, my man? What is good, my dude? Striker 47. I think we have a figure from the Dark Side line coming, and this Mighty Thor will be available to be released, dude. Hopefully, hopefully soon, my man. My buddy Justin McFly, my bro. What's up, my friend? Thank you for coming through as well. Who else we got? We got Jeffrey in the house. Shuri coming home, baby. Hell yeah. Chuck G as well. Never get tired of this intro. Appreciate it, my friend. Guys, I'm gonna kind of see if I can get to everybody here. If I miss you, my apologies, man. Star Crash, what's up, my friend, as well? Same. Thorn Stars as well. Thank you, my man. Doc Bat. We got Jose Hernandez in the house as well. Dustin O'Neill, dude. Thanks for coming, my friends, man. Lots of people. AJ Agrusa, my man. Congrats, by the way. Says good evening, friends. I have to catch the replay.
Congratulations, AJ.
Don't forget to smash. I appreciate it, my man. Appreciate it. Old 16 also in the house. What's up, man? Almost forgot about the show. Hey, well, we're here, my man. Glad to see you here. Pedro Lopez as well. We got Renz Talentino, my man. What is up, man? Blackbird Tech also joining us this evening. We got Blitz in the house, man, as well. Keith, my man. Can't wait for Exo 6 announcements in August. We'll have something soon. I think. Stay tuned. Maybe, sort of. Something like that. They cannot confirm nor deny. Dinesh, my man, thank you for coming as well. Collector number 1. What is up, my friend, dude? What is good, my good? Charlie Unicorn does Dopo Kit Fisto. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that, man. We will do that for sure, man. We got Rob Passmore also in the house, man, and S Beam, my man, dude, celebrating 25 months, dude. Channel membership, dude. Thanks so much, brother. Says hello, all. Remember to smash that like button. I appreciate that so much, my dude. Mechamez was good as well. Happy Saturday night, my friend. To you as well. Austin Nichols, what's up, my man, dude? Let's have a good night. Yeah, I hope you're doing good too, man. I heard you're working on some stuff, so can't wait to see it, man. Can't wait to see it, man. It's great. Also in the house, what is good, my dude? Who else do we got here, man? Dude, appreciate it, man. It's been like 3 weeks, dude. I'm kind of done. I'm done, but there's always like fine tuning. But all the hard work is done. Thank God.
Looks
so
good.
I do appreciate it, guys, very much. Big Ray as well. What's up, dude? Dude, it's hot as hell out here, man. He's here with me, man. It is so hot out here, dude. So
Ridiculous, man.
yeah, it's hot for you too, right? In Nevada. Jesus.
Yeah, pretty much the same thing. It's ridiculous.
That's too hot. That's too hot. Why do we live in the desert, bro? I mean,
humans aren't cut out for these things, I don't think. It's just not.
Yeah, we remain.
Not our territory.
No.
It's our mornings, man. It's been like 45 degrees in the morning.
Dang.
It's been
I could use that
incredibly
right now.
nice,
dude.
It's just been beautiful out. Yeah, and it warms up during the day. So
never,
loving it.
never, dude. Well, we have water. I mean, I could drink some water. I've got some in a bottle right here. But
we somehow get water here.
We get the water. We get the water, but it's so fucking hot, man. So. Pedro says my Mondo Orca arrived. Outstanding figure for the Motu fans. Hell yeah, I know Rockamon Chris. Shout out to him, my buddy as well. He got his this week as well, man. They're killing it with that Masters line. So New England is beautiful, says 12.
You goddamn right, we're in the finals, baby! Woo!
Oh hell yeah, that's awesome, man. Doc Smithsel says, dear Saint, please don't let the Celtics win. That's funny. In Shanghai, hot and humid as hell.
That guy's now praying to Satan. He's my arch.
He's gonna do whatever it takes, bro.
I heard he might.
TT.
I heard he might. Yeah. He might have shown up tonight on the stream, and I was like, dude, really? You're gonna bring that guy on? Really?
Your arch nemesis? No, that shit's funny, man.
Dry runner?
Well, it is what it is, man. Phil Full says low stock right now on Hobie and Miles at Sideshow. Well, if you guys are interested in that, go take a look. Because maybe you never know. Fat Batman, my brother, what is up, man, dude? Let's go, man. I hope you're doing well, man. We gotta catch up. I haven't seen you in a little bit, man. But yeah, dude, for sure. Andy Manson said, can't wait to see comparison between the Sideshow collectible Fisto and Hot Toys. Well, yeah, I mean, that's been a while, dude, right? I mean, that Sideshow came out.
It's basically gonna be the episode 2 and episode 3 comparison, basically. Yeah, I do want to talk about that. He looked pretty damn goofy in episode 2.
Yeah. Well, I'm waiting for Jay, Brother Cousins, to arrive, but I guess we could talk about a couple of things that happened this week. I mean, I didn't really discuss it because I did the show, but if you guys probably know, I had Yost on from Jazzinc this week, right? This Wednesday morning. We talked about that Catwoman and the Batmobile, a bunch of stuff. If you guys didn't watch it, check out the channel here. It's like right probably at the top. That was super informative. I didn't really get to talk a lot with you guys about it, but I know some of you have tuned in the chat. I know
I watched it.
CT watched, right? Harry, you watched. I mean, what do you guys are thinking about this? Like, I mean, primarily the Catwoman, right? Because we're used to Yost making vehicles, so that's expected, right? We know the 89's coming. He's thinking and trying to do this animated series. With the vehicles we expect, but the figures kind of, we talked about it last year. He mentioned that, maybe they were going to start dipping their toes into that, and then it seemed to kind of went a little quiet, and then all of a sudden, boom, we're back again. So, and with 92 Michelle Pfeiffer Catwoman. So What do you guys think about that? I mean, or everybody in the chat even.
Firstly, I think it's just super cool that there's this level of transparency between the maker of the toy and the actual customers. You don't get that a whole lot, you know, with like Hot Toys and whatnot. You get some with InArt, but I feel like 𝗣𝗠 is probably the best at that at the moment. Like he literally answers every single question that you have. So I think that's just super cool.
Well, he does. I mean, that's one thing. That's a good advantage. And he'll take feedback too. That's the other great thing.
That's a really good thing. Yeah. Which when I tuned in, you mentioned the movable eyes, and I'm like, yes, please mention that. And then he said he'll take it to heart, right? So that's just awesome that you can do that.
Well, right, if he does it, right? But the fact that you can bring up these points, right?
Bring it up, hey, which is
right.
Great.
We would like this, we would like that, you know, etc. That's awesome, dude. Tijuana Mike, what's up, my man? What's up, Mafia and crew? Great show with 𝗣𝗠. Appreciate it. Watched it twice. Wow, I appreciate it, man. It was a lot of info. It was a lot of info. I mean, not just with Catwoman, but we talked about, quite a bit of stuff, man. Blitz says it's crazy to think there'll be another major player in the 1/6 space. I mean, it depends on where he goes through, right? I mean, we really have to see. I mean, what were your thoughts, you think, CT, from all of that?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, either or.
Yeah, I'm a little nervous. I'm a little worried for 𝗣𝗠 on this movement into figures. Number one, I'm excited and I'm on board. If he's going to go ahead and he's going to put out a figure, and he's going to, especially Catwoman, Michelle Pfeiffer. I mean, we've been wanting that, and what I've seen, I like. But number one, I don't want the renders. I know I'm on the record. I've said that before.
Right.
When it comes to Jazzinc, I think we've got to move beyond this. We've got to stop with renders and let's get a prototype and do it like everybody else. InArt does it that way. Hot Toys does it that way. And I think I'd like to see 𝗣𝗠 there at that point. I do like what I'm seeing, but again, these are renders, so I'm a little apprehensive. I'd like to see Jazzinc focusing on vehicles and
dials,
just dialing that in, doing exactly the best that they can in regards to vehicles and dioramas, moving away from resins, getting into plastics, and just locking that down before they move on to this. Anthony, man, what happens over in China? You've got to be careful with your sculpts and everything. Things, will just all of a sudden, selling third party companies making you figure.
Right. Yeah.
Before you get it out. And then there's Hot Toys. And man, this license is showing up in statue companies and with other companies as well. And I'm worried that Hot Toys has this, and
you think that might be a ace up their sleeve,
that they'll drop it at the last moment to go ahead and disrupt them. So that concerns me for Jazzinc and what lies ahead in regards to this figure. That being said, I'm on board with what I see. I want to see more. As you know, I'm a supporter of Jazzinc. I'm happy with their products. And this Michelle Pfeiffer looks great.
Yeah, no, and those are valid concerns, and I kind of mentioned that a little bit with them, on Wednesday as well. That I'd love to see him succeed. We all would. So it's just early stages right now, and
we kind of got a glimpse of that, though, right? In terms of what to expect, because he did make a figure before, right? Well, he made the Vulture.
He did make the Vulture, right?
Yeah. I don't have it, so I don't know how quality holds up, but
the Vulture technically is the first figure he put out. Right. I know a collector out there. He is a dry runner, and someone was gonna bring him on the show tonight. Thank God that didn't happen. But that guy actually had that and canceled that order on 𝗣𝗠. Wow. Can you believe that? He canceled it. I don't think anyone should do that to a startup company, but that's the type of character this guy is. He's my arch nemesis, by the way. I just want everyone to know. But that was figure one, and it slipped through his hands. And I'm betting he wish he had that now that Yost is going to roll out figures. I mean that's really figure number one. That's really where it happened.
Well, I will say, like with what Pedro's saying, right? He did say no pre-orders till a physical prototype is ready. Is how he's been doing. So, and I understand using renders to make the announcement, but I also get the other side of the coin where I'm like, I would love to just see a figure, like as the announcement, like, yo, check it out, look at this, this physical prototype. Here it is, like,
yeah.
But that's his decision. So I respect what he does as a business. But as a collector, of course, right, I want to see something physical. That's going to excite me more.
And also, I feel like you can get away with vehicles because you kind of know what to expect. But when it comes to figures, like how is the paint going to turn out? Like there's no way to tell, based on a render. Right.
Like this intrigues me, as I think it should for everybody. The physical, right? Of course. Now that's going to excite you. So, but I understand why he does it. But yeah, of course we want to see something physical, obviously. But still excited. This is interesting. We talked about, doing other figures on the show. Again, guys, if you didn't check out the stream on Wednesday, it should be like right here at the top of the channel here. You should see the live Q&A for just like I forgot the date, but May 3rd. It'll say it right there. It's like right at the top. So check it out if you haven't already. But yeah, I mean, they talked about, or Yost and I talked about, like, there's other figures that he wants to do, and so this could be a thing where, we're gonna start seeing more and more now. Is it gonna be like on a level of, a new company, like how InArt came in and they're like, hey, listen, we're coming in, we're making figures, or is this a a sporadic, once a year thing with it? We're not sure yet, right? I mean, who knows? What if he starts cranking them out?
I thought I saw some renders for 66 Batman.
Yeah, he was showing some stuff about more accuracy of things through another party that he can be working with. So
yeah, Adam West looked great. I mean, if that, and I don't know was that a comparison with Mars Toys or Hot Toys?
I don't remember. I should know.
It looked to me like maybe Mars Toys, but
possibly, yeah.
It looked a lot better.
There was a huge, significant difference. So if he can deliver something like that, I'm on board with that. I got the 66 upstairs, so would love to get some figures that look more accurate.
Dude, right? I mean, I'm excited. I'm excited. I want
figures that fit in the car, even if it's a bust. That's huge. Who wants to take these Batman figures, man, are the most unposable figures out there. And to go ahead and try to articulate them and get them and look natural in a Batmobile is almost impossible. So if you could just have some kind of piece to go ahead and put there, call it an accessory / figure, posable, power pose figure, whatever.
Right. Dude, well, that's the thing, right? We talked about that 89 Batman that he's doing, just for to fit in the Batmobile, and that's awesome, dude. Like because I thought about that too, because we got the new Batman coming that I was gonna pick up, and I thought, well, I would just put my DX09 in there, but.
So you've had both 22 Batmans in your hands, right? You had the InArt, right? Mm-hmm. So difference in the size of the figures, no?
Oh yeah, for the 22.
Okay, so do they both fit in that Batmobile?
I did not try putting the InArt Batman in the Batmobile yet.
Right,
that was something I'm going to do when I'm doing my review. I haven't messed with that yet.
And everyone's definitely interested in that. My point is, both companies, like, which one is right,
right.
And at the end of the day, does it matter? I just want something to fit in my InArt Batmobile. So if he can provide us some kind of power pose figure to go ahead and put in these in these dioramas / vehicles, then we're not going to go ahead and beat up our figures, and they're going to look better. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's and you know, but we talked about that, like whether or not he would do figures, other Batmans, but
Yeah.
it just doesn't seem efficient enough, right? Because his main concern was that or reasoning is that there's his Batmobile and then there's the Hot Toys 89 Batmobile.
You know what I'd like to see Yoast focus on?
Do tell.
And this got brought up in the Discord. This isn't my idea. This is I've heard it from a couple people, but most recently from Iron King. Displays, vehicle displays, like something that really works and goes with the vehicles that he makes, to go ahead and display them in the best possible way. I think there's room in that area. I know there's companies out there doing it, but he's a good engineer. He's got that mindset to go ahead and tackle something like that. And that would be nice to have when you order one of these dioramas displays. I don't know if anyone's ordered like one of those Hoth hallways. I've got a couple Jazz products. I've got more over here that you can't see, but that Hoth hallway is like a cement block. That's how I'm not exaggerating. It weighs. AJ, if you're out there, back me up on that. That thing one, right? Is like a cement block. To put that on a display, so it'd be nice to have him offer things like that will showcase his stuff in the best possible way.
So you're thinking like kind of like vehicle dioramas of sorts?
Yeah, I'm sorry, Charlie the Unicorn. See, he's now dry running ideas.
Oh, yeah. But is that what you're basically meaning? Like some type of vehicle diorama of sorts?
Yeah, and listen, it's not my idea. It's not my idea. I'm not dry running any ideas. That's Iron King said it, and I agree. I could see him doing well with that. Whether it's a false bottom that can tilt up and show the vehicle a little bit better, or
a street scene diorama, like Justin's saying, stuff like that. Just something that can kind of lend to the theme of that vehicle through
all
movie or whichever. Okay,
all of that, and like maybe make a combination. Have a for 66 Batmobile. Have the Batcave, right? Mm-hmm. But have a couple pieces to add to that, so it almost looks like the Batcave is real, and there's some 3-dimensional pieces that come off of it, or something like that.
Right. So it's not like you're building like the entire Batcave, just pieces that could add to it to be like, all right, this looks like a nice themed display of whatever Batmobile or whatever vehicle that he happens to be talking about at the time. Or that could be really cool. That could be really cool. I think, because like I'm interested in the the Bat computers, for example. Just even having that with a Batmobile would be pretty awesome. So
I'm working on a project upstairs. I have this table. It looks like a shipping container, like a storage container.
Yeah,
a 6 scale one. So I'm gonna build like a mobile, like a Bat Cave. It's gonna have the tumbler in it, and I'm thinking an armory, or I'd love that Bat computer. So I know he's been talking about that. He's got that moving again. So I might jump on that thing if it starts getting movement. Yeah,
that would be really cool.
Yeah, it's gonna look good. I'm gonna put a glass top on it. You're gonna be able to look down.
Oh yeah,
see everything. Yeah.
See, for me, I love stuff like that. I know Harry, you would as well. I mean, for these types of diorama bases, but particularly because you and I do like photos, so like having physical, really good for photos. You like those physical pieces for foreground elements, or exactly. You have practical pieces in a shot, and it makes it so much more exciting. At least I think for me, and I'm sure you as well. Like just having stuff like that.
I think I'm still not really there yet in terms of like collecting dioramas and vehicles. I just simply don't have the space nor the budget, honestly. So. And I'm just honestly sick of waiting for people to make stuff. And I'm at the point where I'm like, I'm just gonna do it myself. Like I 3D printed this thing. You know.
Oh yeah,
like,
let's look at this. So you did a photo. Do you have your photos handy so we can show everybody?
What? I don't have it with me, but
like a share screen, like you know what I mean?
I don't have it on me though.
Okay, well first
it's
let's
on my other computer.
Okay, well I might be able to pull it up. Did you?
What
put
was
it on
that?
Facebook?
What did I just see?
I can send it over to you really quick here. Maybe
first, we can show what you had in your hand.
Okay, yeah. So I just literally found this model for free, and I 3D printed it out. Like, I mean, it didn't print perfectly. There's still some, but like, just look at what I can do, right?
That looks great.
You know.
Well, okay, but so for the people who don't know, what is this?
So this is the cockpit seat of the Slave One. In I don't know if it's the same in the OT and the prequels, but this is how it looked in the Mandalorian show. So I found this thing for free, and I literally just printed it out. Kind of a long print. It was like what 15 hours to print this thing, but I mean, it came out really nicely, and I can use this for my photos. And
you didn't paint it. This is just
I did not paint this. Yeah, this is straight up just resin, cured resin right here.
And so, as you said, because you were tired of waiting.
Yeah, I'm like, who's gonna make me a cockpit seat of the Slave One? No one's gonna do that. Yeah. You know, so
this is the final shot. So this is the chair.
That's the chair that he's actually sitting on, and I just painted it in Photoshop to make it look more accurate.
Dude, that's pretty badass.
Wow. So that's what I mean, right? It's like we can't.
So you've already used it.
Yeah, I already used this for one of my shots, and normally I would not be able to composite him sitting on, you know,
the chair like that. Yeah,
digital, like chair. So I need a physical chair for a shot like this. But who's gonna make that? You know, so I'm just gonna do it myself. And,
because I mean, you know, you've got the background.
Yeah,
which is
I 3D model,
field, and then the chair would be.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's what.
It would be fucked. So
exactly,
badass, dude.
And that's all you need.
This has been a topic of conversation in the Discord. A lot of guys, Dylan, Doc, talking about wanting to do 3D printing for clone parts and stuff like that.
I think it's such a great investment. Honestly,
chair looks amazing.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, and I didn't even model it, so it's not accurate really. So I'm gonna make some adjustment, and I'm gonna print out another one, and I'm gonna paint that one, make it look all nice. But it's just, I don't know. It's such a good investment in my opinion now. Like you can get a pretty good printer for maybe $400, which is basically a figure. And then a bottle of resin is like $40, and then you can literally print whatever you want.
Yeah.
So I'm like, that's why I also printed where is it?
Well, see, that's what's cool, right? Being able to do stuff like that for us,
for
photography.
Like,
but
I printed the Phase 1 clone helmet here, and it's like Hot Toys. Why can't you get it right? So I just did it myself. It's got the actual thin mouth lines on it now. And it's like,
oh yeah, look at all the
the hell, Hot Toys. And look at the quality. It came out looking pretty good, you know. So it's
dude.
I don't know.
And then just paint it up, and you're good to go.
Yeah, just paint it up, and you're good to go. So I honestly think that if you're a collector, if you like customizing your figures, just get a 3D printer. Honestly, it's
something I've been wanting to, man. It has been something I've been wanting.
It's honestly dirt cheap nowadays. And
it was expensive when we first started looking into all this, you know. So I was like, not gonna.
Like a good machine used to go for like 10K back in the day. It's ridiculous. Yeah.
That's all you need, kids. Run out, go get your 3D printers now.
Dude, it's badass though.
Like,
it really
is. Just do it. You know,
making stuff like that because those STL files have already been made by people.
Yeah, and a lot of times you can find them for free.
Yeah.
So it's like,
that's pretty cool, man. Old 16 said, that's badass too, man. Printed off the storage containers seen at the end of Rogue One.
Yeah.
I wanted those for a while when I was on this, like, I'm sure you guys remember, like 2 years ago, I had like 9 Shore Troopers. I was on this Shore Trooper binge, and I was like, I wanted to kind of do that and set up those containers and make kind of like that battle, you know, by the blaster doors, you know, on Scarif, and just kind of have all these troopers. And then I gave up on that idea, but it was pretty cool. Like, you know.
Yeah, but if you bought that, like, how much do you think that would have costed you? Like $100, maybe $150 for all of those boxes, right?
Maybe, you know,
bottle of resin for $40. You can print like 20 of those. You know?
Yeah, it's pretty badass, dude.
Yeah,
we have the technology. That's right. We can rebuild him.
We do.
Which is pretty awesome. Jay is running a little late, guys. So, but you know, we did have a couple of things this week, so we could probably hit. Okay, man, we can bring up.
It was kind of a slow week, man. It was like 6 days went by before we finally got something, and then boom.
Yeah, I mean, it was. I was like, wow, are we gonna get anything? I think Thursday actually. This is when Shuri dropped, right? Thursday morning.
Yeah.
So the whole week was kind of a slow week. Cool that it's out. You know, they put out their, you know, the Hot Toys backstage, right, where they're showing like the upcoming, you know, releases, and they have not disappointed the past few that they've done. So a lot of these are coming out, and man, you know, and it's a shame because I'm not collecting much MCU, and
not
especially dude, she looks so good, and it's a shame. Like that's fucking spot on, dude.
Really good head sculpt.
That is spot on, man.
So they listed as a refined head sculpt. So what did they did a little bit more work on that?
I think they updated it from the initial solicitation photos.
Yeah.
Kind of like what they did with Rey and Kylo back in Rise of Skywalker and Pajama Hulk. You know, they were like, hey, look, we updated this a little bit. Same situation, I think. So, but yeah, I mean, dude, yeah, mind blowing, right, James? This is a fantastic sculpt, and it's a shame because I'm not really collecting the line. I'm like, damn it, dude, this is such a badass looking figure.
I would get her honestly if the design was a little bit better. I just think it's a bit too much.
The design?
Yeah, just too much gold, too many lines going on. It's that typical MCU design that it's been kind of plaguing the industry recently, and it's I don't know,
like a little too much going on the suit.
There's just way too much going on. Yeah, there's way too many lines, way too many random designs on there. Yeah, it's just not really what I would do if I was going to design a female Black Panther.
That's fair. That is fair. But I still can't. Yeah, I can't get over how great the sculpt is. You know,
yeah, the sculpt's amazing. It's probably one of the best.
Yeah, dude, and that's the thing, because that's one of the main reasons. Aside from us collecting troopers or Mandalorians or masked figures. I mean, the main thing with Hot Toys that we all appreciate is the likeness, right?
Right.
And so when you get bangers like this, it's like this is the reason or at least the reason I like collecting them, right? Hitting that likeness so good. So it's a shame when something so awesome hits and then you're kind of like, I'm not really interested in the freaking IP though. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's kind of a bummer.
And I like the movie more than a lot of people did, I think. So
yeah, you really liked it.
I didn't love it. I didn't think it was, as bad as a lot of people were saying. People were really saying that it's one of the worst movies ever. I'm like, not really. It's okay.
No, it's not one of the worst movies ever.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, but
the Star Wars sequels fill that role.
Yeah, no, that's different. Yep, that's
but that's a whole different story. Yeah. But no, I think it looks great, man. The hands look a little large. I don't know if it's just because of the angle or if it's the focal length that they're using. I don't know. But what do you think on this, CT? I mean, you're not.
Yeah, I don't do that, right? I don't do a lot of the Avengers in general. I'm very selective in that regard. This figure looks great, just hands down. I'm really interested in that luminous effect that they're doing. I've got a couple Spider-Verse figures that are coming with that as well. So I want to see. I don't have a black light section in my display, but I'm going to be building one for the Spider-Verse, and who knows, when I see what those figures look like, I may change my mind.
Hey, you might even start buying some neon
weightlifted, man. And that's another thing I like about what Sideshow's been doing. It's waitlisted. It's it's gone, and yeah, you can go ahead, you can get it overseas and whatever, but good luck to you on that one, but I like that this isn't going to be sitting around in Sideshow's warehouse. I think that's pretty cool. So if you want it, get it. I think this figure looks great. It's just I don't do a lot of Avengers stuff, let alone Black Panther 1, 2, and 3.
And
I do want that original the last Black Panther.
The last one that came out.
Yeah, with that mask.
Like
That's
the
the one
2.0.
I had.
Yeah.
That one. I have that one. It's great. He's amazing, actually.
Yeah, that mask. I like everything that it comes with, and that could change. You might see this figure in my collection down the road when I'm looking for
You
other
get rid of all your Star Wars stuff.
collection. Never.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a tough deal because that new Black Panther was also a great figure, and I like that particular mask and the shield. So you could do that with this and just be kind of done with it if you wanted to. But I don't have too much Marvel other than my zombies and shit and my Hall of Armor. But that's what sucks, man. Because space, but this thing she looks awesome. Like this is probably one of the best.
That
sculpts,
photo,
at least we've seen so far.
The blogger photo of her on a throne. That
Yeah.
thing looks great. That is an amazing picture.
Yeah, there's a ton of photos in here, so we can kind of see if I don't think I missed it, but yeah, I mean, these blacklight figures are fun, man. If you dedicate a spot.
Yeah, I don't know what Harry's talking about in regards to the lines, and maybe that's from a photographer standpoint. Those lines don't work for him.
I mean, when you look at Black Panther there, right, versus Shuri, it's one looks like a Black Panther, and the other one just looks like she's about to go raving. I don't know.
But come on, it's
too much glitz there. I think is what you're thinking.
It's like I just feel like the MCU has really dropped the ball when it comes to design lately. Like, have you seen the Marvels? Oh my God, those suits were terrible, all of them.
Yeah.
And it's just how I feel now. And it's the same thing with the Superman reveal. Like that suit, it looks like it was designed by an MCU person, and it's just you throw all these random lines in there that I'm like, what's the point of these lines? That adds nothing to the design.
Right. I see what you mean. You want it more sleek and less flashy.
All those curvy lines on her abdomen area. Like, what the heck is that for? Like, why would you?
I don't know. Just like tribal design.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't think she needs it. Because Black Panther didn't need it, so I don't think.
Yeah,
I get that. I see what you're saying. Yeah, you just aesthetically, from the design standpoint.
Yeah,
which
I totally see what you're saying.
It's just preference, though. At the end of the day,
I think it looks fucking badass. What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does.
No, this figure looks sweet. I'm trying to find that one because there's so many. There we go.
There you go.
There.
Yeah, man.
There. Yeah. Come on.
Gotta go get that throne.
That could be a movie poster right there. It really could.
Yeah.
Yeah, Charlie kind of.
Harry's like, no.
I think it's just too busy.
Let me take that picture. I'll get you a movie poster. But I really when I saw this, I was like, wow, this
is cool.
That figure looks cool.
Yeah, I agree though. Like a couple of shots, her head looks pretty big, but I think it's the way they did the neck.
Yeah.
But still a fantastic looking figure. I put a poll in the chat. I wasn't expecting much. We're 108 votes right now. 20% yes to Shuri, 80% no.
Damn.
So not a lot of people picking her up, but great looking figure nonetheless. Yeah, she is short. Yeah, she is short. So Oilers in the house. What's up, my man? She's a girly girl and she needs some girly girl design thingies. Maybe that's how they do it. I don't know.
No, I think she needs to look more badass. To me, this is the girly design right here.
I agree. Mike, man, to each his own, but I like the color scheme on this Black Panther. Plus, you get Namor's spear. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get one of those though, huh?
I would actually prefer to get a Namor, actually.
I didn't realize that. That's right. That is Namor's spear. God damn it! What do you do that to us, Hot Toys?
I know. 12-inch Moose Stream says Hot Toys will never produce another Brie Larson Captain Marvel. If they did, it would be the smallest sideshow order ever.
They do sit.
You are wrong, sir. You are wrong.
I mean, they were giving her away like 6 months ago. Remember?
Yeah.
They were giving her away for free with a purchase.
Yep.
Listen, that was back in the day when they overloaded and
6 months ago wasn't back in the day, bro.
They don't.
But
they don't.
That is pretty crazy though. When Yost mentioned 60,000, I'm like, God damn, really?
Yeah, I'm not sure about the numbers. If that's what he heard, that's what he heard. But
60 is crazy.
That's an insane amount. Yeah, that is an insane amount. So yeah, guys, let's be sure to hit that like button, man. We're at 150 in the chat, man.
Yeah, come on, guys.
Let's get to 100 likes while we're live. Would appreciate it. Definitely pushes the algorithm, man, so that we can get out there more to others as always. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. So when Jay gets here, I do want to hear his thoughts on this because I didn't really get a chance to talk with him.
Curious about that, yeah.
Right, and I know he enjoyed the movie. I'm sure he's picking her up, of course. So, but very cool looking figure. I will probably end the poll because it's completely a landslide. But interesting.
Sure.
Yeah, and I don't know, and I suppose I should ask
why. She's just one of the, she's just one of those characters that it's not like she has a lot of history with Marvel,
right?
So her fan base is being built off of these movies, and I just think, I mean,
and also it was an impossible task to make the story make sense. It's impossible. Losing Chadwick, it's just
coming in behind.
They did what they could. They did what they could.
So, yeah.
Well, and this kind of also, though, without getting too deep down the rabbit hole, is that there's like, in CT, us growing up reading comics and stuff, people tend to gravitate to the main hero first, then a secondary hero of sorts. People want Steve Rogers as Captain America,
right?
Yeah,
they didn't care so much, when Bucky was Cap. The sales weren't as good. It wasn't Steve, and then later when it was Sam Wilson, it still wasn't as good because it wasn't the original character. That happens time and time again, and I think that happens in the movies. We saw it in the comics. You had a Thor, you had a Lady Thor. Didn't do that good. People want the original heroes. And they could start as original heroes as females. It's not really about gender. It was just that the originals are what people want. They don't want a copy of the hero in a different
male
version.
Black Widow. People would not be happy about that.
Right. That's not gonna. If Q became 007, and that's the thing. So, and it's not that the ideas are bad. It's just that people want. I think people would be more gravitating towards Black Panther than Shuri in that sense, right? Unless they just really enjoyed the movie or they really enjoyed the figure or the character, then obviously they're going to pick it up. But is there a Lady Mafia in another universe? There might be, dude. In the multiverse, bro, you never know. You never fucking know. They did turn on that Large Hadron Collider and create a microscopic black hole.
Yes, they did.
Nothing's been the goddamn same.
Nothing's been the same since, man. So who knows, my friend? But yeah, that's the thing, right? So those typically don't sell as much as they're the original characters, and that's hard for them in not only in comics, but now that in the past 15 years they've been doing this MCU stuff, so they're seeing the effects just like the comic books saw.
They sell though, right? In terms of the hot toys, she sold out, right? Female Thor sold out. So
with Sideshow, they're waitlisting, yes, but they're also they're bringing in lower numbers now, like Sideshow, right? So that is either they don't want a bunch of dead stock sitting around,
right?
Or they're trying to create that false sense of urgency. Not so much with obviously the exclusives. That's a whole different ball game. But what I mean is that if
I think it's both.
Well, it is. But I just mean, No, go ahead.
Just by managing it, but just by managing those numbers and putting figures, waitlisting them early, that in itself, they don't have to create it. That does create that sense of urgency. It before, you could watch it. There were signs it would go low stock, and it would go from 10. Then you could order, you could only order 3, and there were signs that they were going through their stock. But clearly, this is just them. It seems like they've got a new agreement with Hot Toys, how they get their ordering done, and they just keep orders open for a certain period, and then they shut them off, and then that's it. It goes right to wait list.
Yep, and then that's a wrap. So it gives you that.
Yep.
You know, and we know that it's Sideshow. Well, I mean, we know it's Sideshow because we can always buy the shit everywhere else. I mean, whether there's local distributors here that happen to get theirs from Sideshow, but you get there, or you can still buy overseas. There's nothing that we can't get yet. I mean, I'm picking up my Mace and my Obi-Wan from overseas because I didn't pre-order it. But it's not like, oh my God, I have to go look for it and pay a premium ish, right? Because there's still a lot there. It's Sideshow's really wanting to cut down on dead stock, create that FOMO realistically. And the other part is, yes, Hot Toys, when they're doing these exclusives, then, you know, obviously then, you know, Sideshow's going to follow suit because Hot Toys is doing the exclusives. But as far as like the regular, like run of the mill figures, that's a Sideshow fucking thing, dude.
Yeah,
totally.
Look, I gotta. I don't know if I can put that up. Oh, it's not working, but that one from Oilers. I would take a Terrence Howard figure. I don't care. I want a Terrence Howard figure.
One time, I think he was two bitches.
I would get him if he was Iron Man or War Machine for sure. For sure. I actually liked him better than Don Cheadle.
What?
Personally, I liked him better than Don Cheadle.
Next time, baby.
Oh, whoa, look at that. We're Eskimo brothers.
We agree on something.
We agree on something. Yeah. No,
I loved him in Iron Man 1.
So did I. I was really bummed that he was gone.
Changed him.
Me too.
And look at I get it. After you listen to this guy talk, they were like, all right, we don't want to fucking work with this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, which I understand.
You know, he's got some crazy ideas, and maybe not so crazy ideas. But I would absolutely take a Terrence Howard figure. Yeah, I would.
That would be badass.
I loved him on Empire.
Yeah, Empire was a good show, man. I don't particularly go to One Stop Shop, and that's why you guys never see me advertise on my channel where to go. Because I just don't do that. So, but not that it's a secret. I don't want to. My problem with that is I don't stick to one person, and I definitely don't want to recommend anybody to you guys. You know, other than Kit, because Kit is just solid. But he doesn't do a lot of Hot Toys. You know what I mean? But people like, I'm not gonna recommend those other vendors out there. Not even for a fucking hookup, because most of the time they're nothing but nightmares. You guys already know that. We've dealt with that shit. We've dealt with the Pops. We've dealt with the Toys Wonderlands. We've dealt with all these things. And I don't feel right being like, oh, yo, get yours from fucking so-and-so because I saved a few bucks. And then you guys are getting fucked over because whatever, right? They're borrowing money, Peter, to pay Paul, and your orders are in limbo, or you don't have your fake tracking numbers. I don't want none of that shit. I don't want none of that responsibility and put that on anybody. So, but for me, like if I do buy some shit overseas, it just depends, dude. William Wang, I've bought some stuff from him. Jeremy Casa, you know, overseas in Australia. It just, so it varies, bro. It varies from, you know what I'm saying? It varies from figure to figure basis, basically. If there's certain people that have what I want and they give me a reasonable offer, then I'm gonna go that route. But I hope that makes sense.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense to go to one place over and over. No, that doesn't make sense.
No. So I don't want to be that, you know, here, go do this, go buy from these guys, because I get fucking cheaper figures from them. You know, like not gonna do that. But anyway, Christian Cooper, what is up, my man? Thank you for coming through as well. No more Toys Blunderland. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. So yeah, Terrence was the biggest star at the time. You were right, and he had just finished up. Was it right before or right after he did Twin, what is that called? Shady Pines? The fuck is that show called? That show was a trip. It was like a Twilight Zone show with M. Night Shyamalan. It was a cool show. Season 1 was really good. Season 2 was a little different. Cool show though. But you're right, he was a pretty big star at that time. So yeah, pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. Hustle and flow. Yeah, man. Yeah, my dude.
Yeah.
That is true. So anyway, guys, let's carry on. I'm sure Jay will join us soon. A little CT love here, I know, and some of the other guys. I'm not super familiar with Kid Fisto. I know who he is, obviously, but Didn't think it was ever going to happen, right? Dude been in the graveyard forever. What you think, man? You happy?
Yes. Can I just quickly say, though, thank God we didn't get that dumbass looking face that he makes in episode 2. That would have been that smile. That goofy ass smile. I know some people ask for it, but like, really, do you really want to go to your collection and every day you see that dumbass face looking at you? Like, no, of course you don't. So I'm happy that they went with basically what episode 3 Kid Fisto here, basically.
And that's what this is. Yeah, Revenge of the Sith.
So
this is when Anakin destroyed the Death Star and had an epic Darth Maul fight on this movie. Yeah. It's fucking idiots. Anyway, so I saw it. Yeah, you saw it too. That's just it's crazy, man. So but yeah, anyway, so Kit Fisto, freaking sweet. Has LED lightsaber, badass. I'm happy. I don't know what much I can say about it, but what do you think on that, CT? You want to elaborate a little bit on why this is sweet to you?
Well, number one, it was a total shock, right? This is Darkside. So out of nowhere, we get Kit Fisto out of the graveyard. A lot of stuff has been coming out of that graveyard. So we've been talking about him. A lot of people have been asking for him, and kind of makes sense. Hindsight is always 20/20, but we got Return of the Sith Palpatine, and here we go. So you got a nice fit for him. Of course, they did this with Mace Windu. They give you the Clone Wars gauntlets.
Yeah, dude.
That go on. So, and they even mention it in the description. It's Return of the Sith, but they also mention the Clone Wars in the description. So they want you to make that connection. It is very tough. It does trigger you as an army builder to go ahead and get 2 of these, especially if you're spreading out your collection. And you know what? I got to tell you.
Yeah. I'm just reading. I know it's funny. These guys don't know shit at Star Wars. But anyway, go ahead. You got to tell us.
Dylan and I, we're having the same conversation, and it's got me thinking. Like, the way I'm going to display my Star Wars stuff, I'm probably going to spread it out more. They hit me with just so many figures, like 30 figures over the last year.
Well, you had a problem, right? Because I'm sure I could share this with everybody, right? But originally you had 2 Mace Windus.
Yeah, I
canceled one, and now I was regretting it. And the reason being, though, is because of this, right? Because of what they're doing. This is a brilliant marketing strategy in that respect, right? Because you could be like, this is my prequel stuff over here. Maybe I want to do a scene like this over here. And then with the alternates, I can put on this Clone War armor, add them with, all the Clone Wars figures. And
exactly right. I had 2 Mace Windows, and that's exactly what I was thinking. I'm going to have one in Clone Wars, and I'll have one in Attack of the Clones with my stuff over there. As they dropped all this heat, this repeated heat, I'm like, all right, we're going to have to throttle back. And there was some other figures. I had like 2 3POs, and there's reasons for the Falcon cockpit. Sure. I wanted to have one in there, but there's some figures that I had doubles of, and I'm like, all right, we gotta, and these goddamn queues, these limited figures, they come out and you got to buy them, and they're here now. They're ready now. So I had Mace, 2 of them paid off. I canceled one, used that money for other things. And I'm like, look, I mean, all right, so I won't have him on the Clone Wars side. I mean, it's not like they're going to give me a lot of Jedis in clone armor and stuff. And here we are. Here's Kit Fisto in clone armor.
Right.
So, yeah, I mean, it's like, oh, God, that hurts. But it gets me thinking along those lines. Do I want 2 of these? And honestly, I just can't. I do want 2. I do want 2 Maces also for all those reasons I just said. But God damn it, I just can't do it.
Well, it's double the money and double the space. So
it is. And in regards to my collecting, that Clone Wars display back there, what I'm probably going to wind up doing, and talking with some other folks in Discord, they were like, yeah, I'm thinking the same thing, is I'm probably going to just do one figure as a representation in my display. Take all my multiple, like my 501, my multiple battle droids that are over here, and just have one battle droid. Put the others away, and use them for photographs and doing, you know, scenes. But in the display, it's probably going to be one museum posed figure.
That's fair. No, that
Just,
helps.
it's coming on too heavy, man. This Star Wars stuff, and it's gonna look good. There's so much diversity in the Star Wars line now. It's really gonna look good when all this stuff rolls into the next year.
What up, Christian, my man? No, listen, I agree. You know, on one hand, you know, like what we just said, it makes sense in a fun way. You're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna have these over here, and I'll have doubles over here, and then you're like, oh my god, that's a lot of fucking money, and now it's double space. Whereas if you just get one, it also kind of reinvigorates your figure, because maybe you do have it posed like an Attack of the Clones or Revenge of the Sith kind of thing for a little while, and then you go, you know what, I got all this cool Clone Wars armor that comes with these various figures I own. Yeah, maybe I'm just gonna refresh my display and kind of go more of that Clone Wars centric style and mix it up, and maybe I'll grab some of the clones and throw with it this time and kind of create refresh your display, you know.
Mario put that in my head. His collection tour that he did recently, seeing how he displays his figure. He finally got that thing done. If you haven't seen it, guys, sweet. Go check that out. El Profesoro, his collection tour. But that, seeing how he does it, he does one of each and he spreads it out. I'm not going to get rid of them. I'm going to keep my doubles. I have my reasons, and for photography and what have you. But as far as displaying, that's the look I'm probably going to go with.
Yeah, man.
I'm not buying anyone a goddamn thing. Hashtag.
That's right. CT buying everyone a Kit Fisto out here. Buy your own figures. Oh, that's funny, man.
But man, so go ahead. Sorry. No,
you go ahead.
Yeah, the green saber, man. I love that USB. I can use that with my Mando Luke, right? I don't care. You know, it's different hill, but what the hell? And until I get a green saber for him. So there's a lot of different things I can use with this figure, and where I can put him. And I think he looks great. He looks even better without the Jedi robe. I think he looks great without the robe.
You prefer him robeless?
Speaking of looks, though, I think Brian Hepburn, he brought up kind of an interesting point.
Yeah, I was going to go back to that, because that was kind of what you were talking about.
Yeah, because my fondest memory of this guy was in the 2003 Clone Wars cartoon. That was my first time seeing Kit Fisto. And, you know, he was shirtless, he was underwater, his lightsaber was like sizzling there, he's chopping up all these droids. And like, to me, that was Kit Fisto. You know, if it's based off of just episode 3 alone, I don't think I would bring him home, because he died like a bitch in episode 3. So
I feel bad for some of these older original trilogy guys only fans out there that didn't enjoy the Clone Wars, whether it's 2D or the 3D version, because
Clone Wars is
because at Return of the Sith, he has like the worst moment.
You keep saying Return.
I mean,
I know. I want to correct him, but I just don't want to.
I still call it Revenge of the Jedi because of the old ways, but
it's so bad how he goes out.
I also just want to point out that we were actually robbed of that, because originally that whole sequence was supposed to be a crazy fight scene.
Yes,
you know, and
look that up. It looks amazing.
Yeah, but then I think George Lucas just decided, nope, Ian McDiarmid has to be the one to do the stunt.
He couldn't do the choreography.
And he couldn't. There's no way. You know, it's way too much, stuff. He couldn't.
But it would have looked amazing. You can actually see them acted out, and it's insane.
We were robbed of another super cool fight sequence.
Yeah.
All right, James, take it easy, buddy. Thank you for joining us, man, this week. Sorry, go ahead.
He had some great showings in the Clone Wars episode, season 1, episode 10, Grievous's lair. He goes in after Grievous. He loses all the clones that he goes in. He loses his Padawan, Nadar Veb,
right.
And he barely gets out of there. It's a great episode. He kills. Man, why you gotta do that? He kills Grievous's pet Gore. It is. It's a great episode.
He's also got 2 lightsabers in that scene, though, and they did not give us 2 lightsaber holding hands, which is
good point.
Kind of dumb.
So, Rob is out and about tonight, so he couldn't join us tonight. He should be back next week on that one. Damn it, Spock. No, man. Thank you for the $10, man. My dear, I appreciate it. What do I spy? Sure back there. XO6 firing all phasers. Currently, Neelix, LaForge, Strange New World Spock, all in the next few weeks, and that Pike sculpt is one of the best so far. Thank you, my man. Yeah, maybe I didn't clean up a little bit back there. I'm working on some stuff, but thank you, my man, so much for the super chat, my man. Let me see what we were talking about, because I know some of you, if I could, I just skipped it. Dirk Diggler, my man, stunt double. Do I think they'll make another Mace for Revenge of the Sith? I do too. We talked about this because next year's the 20th. Right now, it doesn't even need to be the 20th because we just got Darth Sidious. We just got Kid Fisto. They're not branded anniversary editions. I think so. I think it's possible for them to do it. Well, obviously it's possible, but I feel like it's likely because,
what do you think they could do differently?
Well, I don't know. They can give them rolling eyes this time.
Rolling eyes, updated scope, maybe tick away the clone armor.
They just do some. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know. There's some options that they could do.
Severed arm, severed hand.
They could do something that, they could do some type of climactic moment when he fights Sidious, some kind of accessories or other, lightning things that may work with the Sidious that you buy so they could cross over or something, right? Some kind of, I think they could totally do something like that, and I think that would be really cool,
because I would love an updated head sculpt because I don't know.
He deserves it, man.
I'm not happy with it.
Not
the
really
only one to defeat the Emperor, man. He had him. He had him beat. He had him.
Yeah.
To be fair, though, all the Emperor needed to do was not keep blasting him with lightning every time. Just don't do it, man. Stop it.
No, yeah. I think so, though, to answer your question. Sorry, I'm seeing if Jay is on the way here or not before I continue. But, I mean, why wouldn't they? I mean, they could totally do it, man. We've seen what they did with Mando. We've seen what we did with a couple of recent items, right? Where they were like, here's the figure, and then they immediately drop another version.
Yep.
So,
you know what I'd like to see with these Jedis, if they're going to go ahead and keep giving us the clone armor, is in the Clone Wars, a lot of them had their own astromechs. So his was R6, and they work with their astromechs. They're a part of Clone Wars. So, and yeah, I'd like some more droids. So
more droids would be great. More droids would be great. Charlie the Unicorn begs to differ, says the Emperor was playing coy, trying to get Anakin to break and side with him.
Stop it.
I don't believe that one. Respectfully, I think Mace Windu
originally, also in the script, Anakin was already there. He didn't show up later, like in the movie. He was already just walking around. So maybe they shot for that script, but then they kind of changed up the story in the end. But maybe the idea was for him to play coy because Anakin was there. I'm not sure.
There was no doubt he definitely was playing Anakin in that moment. I think he was defeated, but he switched up and you know. Anakin, no.
Yeah, right. I'm too weak. Yeah, now that part was fake with Anakin, clearly.
Yeah, that's definitely.
But
fake.
I think Mace whooped his ass.
Yeah,
personally.
Yeah, even though the fight scene should have been better, but
well, those movies should have been better. But let me actually ask the chat. I'm gonna put a poll in the chat right now, guys. Did Mace beat Palpatine? Yes, no, or
he beat Ian McDiarmid, not Palpatine.
It was a trap. Let's see. Let's put a poll in here. I don't care. It's still Palpatine. Whatever. Same thing. Same name. So let me know what you guys think in the chat, because I think Mace whooped his ass. I think at that point he just used Anakin right there to assist, obviously, him and to further him down that path. But I don't think that Palpatine allowed Mace to whoop his ass. I think he whooped his ass.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So let me know what you guys think in the chats, guys, with the poll. So I don't know, though. That's a good question, Renz. Will this be a tease for next year if the event will be a light side theme? They could do that, because remember, it's not Hot Toys that's doing this. This is part of a Disney promotion, the Darkside event. Other companies are participating in this. So perhaps next year they also do that, and Disney puts out this light side event or whatever. And then, yeah, we'll get like a whole bunch of new shit. Some reissued, 2.0, some new characters. All for it.
We've still got, what's it, summer show?
The summer showcase, yeah, in June,
summer
July.
Showcase, yeah.
We
got like 8 figures last year. 8 figures in that, and the rooted here Anakin was one of them. So, more to come.
I am all the Sith disagrees. Come on, man. Isn't Mace considered the champion of the Jedi Council? Yeah, I think so. So, all right. Pedro's coming up with Google. I don't know. That's a credible source. Did Palpatine let Mace Windu win? Yes. This is going to be an unpopular. However, it's fairly clear from various sources, including Lucas himself, that Palpatine did let Mace Windu win. Well, give me George's number. Call him up.
Yeah, well, if Google says it must be so. Thanks, Pedro.
I just want to know. I was playing it up. Mace won the duel. Nobody knows. It's funny. The polls in the chat are 50-50 no trap. Interesting. So, I don't know,
if
man.
he let him win, then that must means he knew Anakin was coming, right? Because Anakin wasn't even there. So who's he playing coy for?
That's what I want to know. Because Anakin was not there. He was not coming, unbeknownst to Palpatine.
Yeah.
Right?
So,
Mace Windu figured the shit out. He went to go confront him and beat his ass. It wasn't until Anakin came in, right? So that's why it's like he whooped him. He whooped him, guys. I don't know. Light Side Revan next year, that would be badass. I have the Light Side Black series, but I would prefer
Light Side Star Killer. Actually, that's what I would want.
Yeah. So who knows? Mace had him hands down, right? Blurred Dad Life, my man. What's up, brother? Peyton Dukes, Mace definitely won. He took out Django easily, and Obi-Wan struggled. It's not wrong. Obi-Wan got his ass whooped doing it on Camino, and Mace just fucked him up. So another good point, man. Yeah, I don't know. Think about the fight between Emperor and Yoda. It's really interesting. But hey, you know what? 54% are thinking Mace won. Whooped his ass. So who knows, man? Unlimited power. Hell yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know.
Unlimited power.
I mean, I don't know if he could have foreseen Anakin coming, because then on the flip side, right? On the flip side, you have in the sequel trilogy, I know, but you have Snoke, and Snoke's supposed to be, they conveyed to us, I know, but they conveyed to us as an audience viewer that Snoke was more powerful than the Emperor. Super cool, super badass. Meanwhile, Kylo's standing there and plays a little Scooby-Doo thing and twists the lightsaber and hits him and he
that's
can't.
Just poorly written. Yeah, that is just.
So that's what I'm saying. I don't know if he could foresee him. I don't know. I guess that's one for the ages, right? I mean, we don't. It's ambiguous, I suppose. He was fulfilling the prophecy.
Even if he could sense him, even if he just could sense him coming, that's quite a gamble. Mace has got him one slash of the saber and it's all over. He absolutely has him.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, well, he didn't get his ass whooped, but he escaped. He was able to get up. He didn't stop him at Camino. Is my point. He struggled because
he's got his ass. He's got his ass whooped. No,
yeah,
he did.
I was there. So yeah. Well, who knows? So.
By the way, that figure looks awesome.
Which one?
The Mace figure. I know people are like,
yeah, I still think he looks
I don't
great.
know. I think it looks great, man. I can't wait to have it. Yeah. You don't like it, Harry?
I just hate the sculpt. Everything else is great.
But Harry, are you tripping because of the photos that we've seen?
No, I've seen reviews. I watch a bunch of reviews, and I'm still like, this looks like shit.
Yeah, what happens if you get it in hand?
I hated it so much that I went and I did my own sculpt. I'm working on my own Mace Windu sculpt because I'm like,
you are?
I am, because I'm like, that looks like shit, and I can do better, and I'm gonna prove that I can do better.
I can't wait to see it.
Yeah,
I believe in you. I
can't wait for that.
I
can't wait for that. I'm gonna be there for that one
because I'm like, this is come on, Hot Toys, you can do better than that because I can.
Yeah.
So.
All right. If it's better, I will surely admit that.
Right, I will show you guys once I feel like it's ready to be shown.
Do it. Do better. You can do it. I believe you. I believe you, man. But I don't know. Like I'm still excited for him because I wanted the Mace. But I've seen like Dan, 6 scale reviews. Shout out to Dan, dude. He did some great photos, and he did his review, and I was like, the photos. I was like, that looks like Mace Windu. So I don't know. I don't know if it's crazy lighting, different angles, different focal length, different fucking angle. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
So I want to get it in person. You know what I mean? I want it in my hands, and then I could be like, all right, this could be better, or hey, this is pretty decent.
Yeah, I'll wait for your review.
Yeah, it's rough. Prime Randall Jackson. That's right. Prime thinks he's his brother Randall Jackson. What's up, dude? What's up, Prime? It's Forrest, my man. So I don't know. I guess we'll see. So I wanted to bring up some other stuff, but I don't know where Jay is, so we'll just kind of let this ride. So
are you bringing home Kit, Anthony?
Am I? It's too early for me to tell. I have no attachment to him.
Gotcha.
Personally, I mean, I don't, this Kit Fisto. I don't know much about the guy. I didn't really get into. Right. I don't even think there was much story for him in the Clone Wars. Right, there wasn't too much, right?
There was a little,
but not like a lot to define him.
Yeah, there was, man. There was, like I said, there was Grievous's Lair, season 4. There were like 3 episodes. The Battle of Mon Calamar.
But I mean, out of like the whole show, right? It's not. He's not very prominent.
No, it was Anakin and Kenobi based.
And again, I just don't think it's as iconic as that 2003 cartoon, because to me, when I think of Kit, I think of that. I don't think of him beating Grievous in the Clone Wars. I don't really think that, even though it's a pretty big moment, it's not as iconic to me.
If you don't know the Kit Fisto character too, he's got a lot of character. He's very cool. He speaks with basically a Jamaican accent. He smiles a lot. He's got a great attitude.
He is cool from what I've seen.
Yeah, and he has a lot of fun battling. Yeah, he's fun to watch, man.
And like just him battling underwater, like to me, that's like peak Kit Fisto. Like he's probably the most powerful Jedi underwater, I think.
That is pretty cool. But I mean, but the short answer is I'm not sure yet. He wasn't like I need him right away. But when he comes out, and then we have other figures, and it complements that prequel shelf more, and I probably will. But I'm not like immediately ready to go jump out and grab him.
What about you, CT? Do you have him locked or?
Oh yeah, day 1 pre-order. Come on, man. I had a $20 coupon that got applied. I will say my rewards didn't work. I thought that was weird. That they weren't even there. I couldn't pull them up. I couldn't apply anything. There wasn't even an option. And I backed out. I deleted everything, reordered it to see if, and still
it didn't work. What the hell?
No, they came back like a day later, but I don't know. I was hoping maybe they were listening to the last show, and I was going to see a VIP option, and they were going to cash out my my rewards or something.
Yeah.
But,
Doc says, wish we got faceplates, but super excited we're getting them at all.
Wait for
that would have been cool. Yeah.
Fisto.
Oh, for Kit.
So maybe like different expressions or something along
Even
those.
swap out the face. Is it
I
possible?
don't know.
No.
I don't know.
There might be a giant seam line if you do that.
Maybe. Yeah. Hard to say.
I mean, yeah, an entire different head sculpt would be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It gives this gives us like half the Jedi Council there too.
Right.
So we don't need too many other figures to go ahead and.
Yeah.
So that's cool. They're coming in. It'd be nice to get some chairs.
Yeah.
Cool, but
Yeah. Well, and listen, I mean,
that's what 3D printers are for.
That's
right.
true.
Exactly, guys. Go buy a 3D printer.
I kind of understand what you're saying, Kenny. Kind of overdose on Star Wars, and I get that there's so much, and there's a lot of other shit that I want as well. But I think if they could peacefully or somehow coexist and continue the Star Wars line that they're doing and the quantity that they're doing, but still give us the other stuff that I want.
Yeah, I want both.
I'd be for that because
I want my cake and eat it.
Yeah, because they're not even close to dipping into Clone Wars territory. You know,
I got some interesting drop data if you want to hear it.
Sure.
We've got
well, hold that
as
thought.
of today.
Wait,
yeah,
we've got Leo in the house.
Leo,
what is up, man? AKA buy your own goddamn figures. How you doing, buddy?
What's up, Leo?
What's going on, CT? What's going on, cinematography, bro?
Hey, what's up?
What's going on with y'all, man? Hold on, I gotta fix this, man, because every time I come in here, bro, it's like the way your setup is, it messes with the mic, the audio. So I gotta kind of.
That is strange.
It really does. Hold on here. Let me see.
Okay, yeah, you may have to.
Yeah, I just gotta switch it.
I think. Hold on.
No, you're switched.
You hear it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on. Because it's crazy because I still can't hear you through the set.
So it's not quite fixed.
Yeah, it's
yeah,
it is weird. Wonder why that happens.
Yeah, it does that every time I come in here, man. But I can hear you fine.
Well, when you click the little blue arrow and then you see audio input, change that to the mic, and then audio output, change that to your headphones.
Yeah, to your desktop. It looks like you're plugged in, right?
That could be it for some reason.
Hold on.
It could be aux, I think. So yeah, just switch the output to your desktop. Should be okay.
Technical
I'm gonna have
difficulties.
to because it just is doing some crazy shit here. Hold on.
Yeah, that is.
Because you can hear me, right?
Yeah, we can hear you. Yeah.
It's for some reason.
I wonder why that happens.
The microphone is good. It just happens when I go through this interface. This one right here.
I wonder why.
I don't know.
Shit.
I don't know.
Well, maybe you can switch it. I don't know, but
We'll figure it out.
If you can manage, how are you, man?
I'm good, man. I just came from a baby shower. My best friend's daughter, she's he's about to be a grandfather, so we just came from his baby or her baby shower. So it's been a long day.
Hell yeah. Well, it's good to have you, man. It sounds like a long day. Sounds like a fun day, maybe.
Yeah, man. It was a crazy day, but it was a good day. It was a good day.
Hey, you know what? Look who else joined us, man. You're pulling a Robert Meyer Burnett here.
I know. But check it out. Check it out, bro.
In the last 30 minutes.
When you did that, it switched.
Oh, really?
Whatever you just did switched my audio through. I don't know. It was crazy. Insane.
I just added Jay to the program.
I don't know. It switched.
Space Pimp Magic. That's what.
Hell yeah, man. Well, how are you, Jay? Thanks for coming.
Oh my
man.
God, stuck. I'm so sorry. Stuck in traffic, and just me and the wife went on a date, and we spent most of the night. And we don't really have that much time for ourselves anymore, because got a little one. We spend most of it in traffic. So yeah, there you go. Yep. But I'm here. Sorry that I was late.
No, that's fine. That's fine. We already talked about what you guys already kind of talked about already. So yeah, which is fine. I did have something else I was going to bring up too, but
sure.
Before you
wait, before you bring it up. Before you bring that up.
Sure.
CT, congratulations to your Boston Celtics for making it to the big dance. Just had to definitely say that to you real quick, champ. Is he froze? Is he there?
He looks really happy about that.
There you go. There you
That
go.
was creepy.
That was creepy. You were froze for a second, but congratulations to you and your Celtics, bro.
Oh,
You're muted.
Now we can't hear him.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Can't hear CT. We
All
lost
right,
CT.
we're having technical difficulties.
Yeah.
Oh.
CT's a frozen and lagging a little.
Mhm.
Can you hear us, CT? We've lost
No,
your
we can't
audio.
hear
We've lost your audio.
Yeah, he's totally went max headroom.
And you're like, yeah, you're kind of glitching.
Yeah, slow mowing right now.
Interesting. 5 now live. Get ready to go form Voltron.
Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
I'll call Redline.
All right, we'll give CT a minute before he
Dude, I must say, Anthony, that your background is fucking awesome. That looks great, man.
Thanks, man. It was
Really looks good.
a rearrange. I moved.
Oh,
It was a lot of
looks
work.
good.
But I appreciate it, man. Yeah, I'm trying. It's basically done. It's basically done. There's a couple of little, tweaks.
I still
here
feel
and
you
there,
should
but-
have in that back corner, like around the TV. I feel that you should have something there. I don't know what it is.
I think I'm gonna put my glow box there for my movie
Yeah.
poster.
Yeah,
But I just haven't, like I said, still a couple of tweaks that I need to do in here.
Yeah.
So
It looks great, man. It looks
thank
good.
you. I appreciate it. Are
Are you back with us,
CT,
CT?
you back?
Am I? I think
There
I
we
am.
go.
There
You
you
are,
go.
yeah.
There you go.
Okay, all
There you
right,
go.
all
There
right.
you go.
All
So
right.
there you go.
something about Boston.
Yeah, baby, we're in the finals. Come on, man. Thank you for that,
Yeah.
by the way. And I'm
yeah.
looking forward to some exciting games, man.
Hell yeah.
Hell
bro. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, before
That's a dope matchup too, bro. That's the
Yeah.
matchup that I wanted. I felt as though if it would have been Boston, and the Wolves, the Timberwolves, bro, that wouldn't have been a good match. Not a good matchup on your end, but it would have probably been a quick in and out. You know what I mean? This I wanted to see a solid game, but I still think I still think the Celtics got this though, for real.
I need Elcars on the Elcars is my monitor, bro. If you saw my monitor, but close. Hell yeah, dude. CT though, before everybody joined in, you said you were saying something about numbers or something, or
Oh yeah, just in regards to drops and releases
Sure.
year to date. I had some data. Drops, there always seems to be people question the language here. So a drop is a pre-order, okay? Pre-orders get dropped, and then after that they get released. All right. So as far as drops, we've had 23 Star Wars drops, 5 Marvel, 3 DC, and 5 other.
Yeah.
We've had 18 Star Wars releases, 13 Marvel releases, 4 DC, and 4 other.
Oh wow.
So we got a lot of Marvel releases, but we're not getting a lot of Marvel drops. And I think that's obviously going to change when
Deadpool comes out.
Deadpool comes out.
sure, yeah. Wow.
Yeah, it's
And
kind of
what
been a slow year for Marvel. So, I mean, we haven't had no real Marvel movies, but when that Deadpool, they may go all in. I think they're going to do with the Deadpool line, depending on what characters show up. They'll probably do the same thing like what they did to the Ahsoka line, where they just go all in on one property.
We'll have to see. If they're just small cameos of people, then maybe not.
Yeah.
Right. Maybe not. Maybe we'll just get a Wolverine, a Deadpool, maybe 1 or 2 other. You know what I mean? Maybe.
Yeah.
But it'd be interesting to see. Either way, we're halfway through the year. Well, sort of. We're June 1st is today, so we have the month of June, and then we're 6 months in to 24. So whatever happens in the month of June, that back end is gonna fucking flood us.
Yes.
Because it has been a little slow. We did get those spurts, yes. The Darkside shit, boom. The Ahsoka, boom. But they were kind of bursts,
Yes.
Otherwise, it's been a kind of slowish, a slow, steady, and then some quick bursts. So the later half of 24 gonna be crazy, man. Gonna be crazy. So I am not getting the popcorn buckets.
Let me tell you something. That, honestly, I get it, but I'm starting to get a little worried. And what I mean by that is, it's one thing, I get it. We know what to expect from the Deadpool movies. But I remember when I saw Deadpool 2 and what happened with the whole X-Force thing, and it was a big fucking joke. And I get it.
It was a nothing burger. Yeah,
it was a nothing burger.
Yeah.
I hope they don't waste Wolverine in that way. I hope we get a little substance, because the Deadpool movie has some major dramatic
Remember,
moments.
it's not called Deadpool 3, and they intentionally said this is not Deadpool 3. This is Deadpool and Wolverine. So
exactly. So that's
I
why
think he'll have plenty of screen. You know what I mean? Like,
but not just screen time. But I just don't want them to go overboard with the goofy shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, just and looking at that popcorn bucket, that's where it hit me. Like, okay, we're going a little too far. Like,
there were a few scenes in the trailer though that looked pretty serious. Like he's actually dealing with trauma and whatnot. So maybe,
yeah.
I mean, we're gonna have to see, man. Mike, my man says my wallet might run away in the middle of the night before that Deadpool movie drops. Yeah, there could be a lot, man. Guys, I'm gonna bring this up if you guys don't mind, man.
Sure.
Because we talked. I was actually gonna do this months ago, if you guys remember. I had this as a topic, and I just never got around to it. Guess it's worth it because now we're starting to see this. So, let me bring this up.
Rise from your grave.
Shout out, man. You know what that is. You know what that is.
Yeah.
Altered Beast.
Altered Beast.
Hell yeah.
My man. So I kind of wanted to bring that up because
Power up.
It's so fucking dope. So, but realistically, I mean, some of these are new. All right, some of these are newish, but the point still stands. There is so many things in the graveyard, and lately we've been seeing a lot of graveyard stuff come to fruition. Right, it really started with a little beforehand, but one of the main notices obviously was Padme, and when you started seeing a lot of around that time, like 4 or 5 of those figures now came out.
Yeah,
you know, we did get that Clone Wars General Obi-Wan, right? We did get, well, through the list we could see, but you know what I mean? Like, they are pulling more and more. So I thought it was kind of interesting to kind of scroll through some of these. Shout out to Bob Dylan too, man, for like rounding all this shit up for me, because I did not. Obviously some of these might be too far gone. Right? I think we're kind of outside a window. This is the first Captain Marvel movie. Probably not gonna happen.
Not gonna happen.
But there's probably some photos here that maybe some of you guys in the chat or even on the panel haven't seen, that it's kind of interesting, right? That, you know, it's a never say never maybe situation, right? So, but I'm just wondering, like, that they kind of showed off pretty fairly recent, right? But
yeah, but I think now that we got, you know, God low-key, I don't think this is happening. I don't see this happening anymore.
Yeah. What do you guys think? You don't think this is do they make like 9 Lokis? You don't think they're gonna make another one with the throne?
I mean, I will never say never on a Loki, man. Especially with the on a throne. But like he said, I mean, that would be hard, but not impossible.
They can do it. They can make it limited, and people will snatch it up. If they made this limited and they threw some hair on it, I probably would have to get it. So
I think
possible.
I think the chances of them doing this kind of slipped away, because they should have did this before they gave us the God of Stories.
Yep.
You know what I mean? They should have did that. They didn't. So, you know, pretty much now the definitive Loki for everybody, or what they believe would be the definitive Loki, is going to be the artisan version once that drops. This right here, I'm not going to say it's not going to happen, but unless it's relevant to some type of story, unless it's relevant to, you know, Secret Wars, you know, or anything of that magnitude, when it comes to, you know, even the Avengers, you know, I have no idea, but again, I just think they kind of missed their opportunity on this one. And that's when, like, you know what I mean, just kind of unloading certain figures when you don't really know the gravity of the situation or where Marvel's going. So I think they should have, you know, if you had a chance to do it while the skillet was hot before you did the actual
I mean, one may even say they kind of went out of time and re-released some things in out of order. I mean, like, realistically, right? I mean,
they did.
This was interesting. Do you remember last week? Was it last Saturday night show? Doc, shout out to Doc Smizzle in the chat. Was it last Saturday? Which was very odd. So somebody was working Sideshow's social media accounts,
Right
now, like in the evening while I was live, and they posted this photo, and they said, "Hey, make sure you guys RSVP to have your voices be heard," or something like that. And it was this.
I immediately went and did it.
Right. So I thought that was interesting. I don't know if this is psychological warfare.
I hope not.
Right. And they're just messing around with Yost over at Jazzinc, or
this is an overzealous sideshow employee trying to generate traffic on their Facebook, getting people to RSVP, show, hey, look what we can do with our group now. We can generate traffic, and I don't think this is coming, man.
I agree 100% with CT.
Yeah,
100%. Yes.
Okay. Mark Attack. That's just them being reactive to Jazzinc.
Yep.
They're just bluffing.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. I think so. Some of these are fairly new, guys, in the chat, so I'm sure some of you guys have obviously seen these, but still stands, right? We've got this new kind of chrome colored, bronze, right? I don't know if it's dye. I don't know what they did, but obviously this looks different.
Only if they like, and they threw this up here, and this is obviously a prototype. Obviously, a prototype like most stuff is, but only way we get this is if they change the body and they do a whole, because we've seen them do reissues before where they change the body and they do the comparison from the last MMS number to the new MMS number. So this could still happen. But who knows when.
Very true. Edward, in regards
also has a jetpack too. I would want that jetpack.
Yeah, that's
season. Yeah, because they did show this with a jetpack. So I mean, if they did that, if they basically not refurbished, but gave us a 2.0 on that body, you know what I mean? Those joints, they got it kind of, and on top of that, bro, the plastic, as far as her, the tools and weaponry, it's kind of flimsy. It was like flimsy plastic that felt like it was you couldn't even actually hold it in her hand.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So
yeah, you couldn't. The remember, I don't know if you guys remember or did, but like when was that? Like 3-4 years ago. I did that review on the armor, and that's exactly what I was like, this is the worst figure of the year for Hot Toys, which is still pretty good, but it was like, this is the worst. Like the pieces, the tools are chintzy. They're very
That's why you sold her to me, Anthony. Now
I sold her to you because you like her. but right, she was kind of out of all of the figures that year.
Yeah,
kind of a letdown. All the parts, everything.
She was like one of the most anticipated, but then a letdown when she got it in hand because. But I mean, again, it just depends on what you, I don't know, how you manipulate the figure. You can make it look good when she's with other figures. Like
you could. She was still a great figure. It's a weird way to say it.
Figure,
but out of that year, it was.
And there was a lot of bangers, especially Mando bangers that came out that year. I think what was
she killed it in season 3. I don't care what you goddamn haters say.
I love season 3, bro.
Goddamn 3.
I love season 3, bro. I love fucking
killed
season
it,
3.
man. That
I don't know where the hate. Put it this way, bro. And I'm not going to say I don't know where the hate is. I know where it's at. I'm just not going to talk about it. But I love season 3. I loved everything that I got from season 3. I loved her story arc, where she went, and it was suitable for it. The show wasn't called Din Djarin. It was called The Mandalorian. Yeah. It could have meant so many.
It could be, but it's almost.
It was a good season. It was a great season, actually.
I will say this.
I think with threw people off with that season, it felt like we skipped a season. That's what it felt like.
I was gonna bring that up because to me the biggest problem was the fact that Grogu is immediately back with Mando after a very emotional ending of season 2. If you didn't watch the Book of Boba Fett, like, what the hell is this? Why is he already immediately back with Mando?
Exactly.
No
Here's what I'll say on this, just to throw in my fucking hat in the ring. I don't think it was a bad season. I think it was the worst of the 3. Right. But the reason why I think that is not really because I didn't get to see Mando and there's girls and all this kind of stuff. It was mostly because I think the reason why a lot of others like you guys enjoy it is they really tied in a lot of Clone Wars stuff.
Sure.
Shit that you're familiar with, like with Mandalore and stuff like that. Whereas like I didn't watch a lot of that. So for me, I was just kind of like, yeah, what is going on? There's some people going on over here doing something. Mando's doing fucking side quests. And I'm feeling like, for me, I felt like my story wasn't being continued. You know what I mean? There was other stories that are starting or being continued from Clone Wars. So that's where I kind of felt a little not as, connected to it.
Yeah.
Versus the first two, because I was following along with Mando and his story and being introduced to Ahsoka and finding Luke.
Fire in season 3.
Yeah, she was. She
people
was.
with that in the air. I mean, that battle was awesome, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think Lael got dropped, so we'll give him a second to come back in. But yeah, so that was for me. Like, I don't think it was horrible. It just wasn't my favorite season, So there's that. But we can move on though. There's a lot of stuff here. I think he'll probably reconnect. This is the other one, right? This other life size. That'd be kind of cool. That'd be kind of cool.
It would be kind of cool to have him with the pram, but that's a big space hog. It really is.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be giant.
No.
Yeah,
It'd be
it would
cool
be
to
giant.
have,
It would be giant, but
it'd definitely be cool to have.
Yeah, I think that would be cool. Yeah, I better pay off that Mythosaur tease. Yeah, and so it's kind of whatever.
I don't think they're ever gonna do anything with it though. If I'm being honest.
Yeah. Another one, no Cara Dune. That kind of was a bummer. I like her personally.
Right.
So
Cara Dune's cool. I like Cara Dune.
Yeah, that one kind of just hit me all crazy. I was like, well, that sucks. Also needed Doc. Yeah, I know you want him and the other little guy. What's his head? The Babu Freak fucking species. I forget their name.
Doc, you should buy 2 of those. You should buy 2.
Yeah, he may.
Yeah, I hope so.
The fact
Spider
that this
Gwen
one is a graveyard figure is weird to me.
I know they still haven't done anything, so I don't know.
Why is this graveyard? Like, what?
I'm not sure what happened.
They made the Miles, right? So it's like, why not?
Well, I don't know. Oh, there. Okay, there we go. Well,
moving on.
Give him a minute. He's chairless. He's chairless. I'll give him a second. He's back. What?
Teleporting all over the place.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. Lost connection there.
My internet just rebooted, man. I don't know what it was.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Hashtag kind of cool if you know, you know. So yeah, no, I was just that was just my thing. I think, because I know you got disconnected. Still a good season, just not my favorite. And I don't know if that's because the ratings may not have been as good for them as they think, and that's why we're not seeing some of this Mando shit, or it's just they put a back seat to it because Ahsoka was coming up, and they were like, you know what, let's get a lot of Ahsoka stuff out. Maybe there's a little bit of Mando saturation, and they'll probably revisit it, and that armor could come out.
I think, in my opinion, because this thing keeps freezing up, I don't know.
In and out a little bit.
A little. You're starting to clear up.
We didn't hear any of that.
Okay, I think you're okay now, but maybe I'm wrong.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yes.
Okay, because I'm watching my connection here. I know it's been crazy. I don't know if it's a storm outside or not, but I got full connection right now, so hopefully it stays that way. Listen, bro, like I said, I mean, everything is all things subjective about season 3. Not everybody's going to enjoy it.
Sure.
I enjoyed it thoroughly. Everything that we've actually got from it. I enjoyed the journey. I love Bo-Katan's journey. I love basically that it was focused on Mandalore, because that was always the key anyway. They were trying to regain Mandalore, take back Mandalore, and the build up. Okay, yeah, it was done in a way that may not have actually, gathered things the way people wanted it. But just keep in mind that we got more story to tell. On top of that, we got Filoni's Mandalorian film, and then after that we also have not Filoni's, but Favreau's Mandalorian film. We got Favreau's film as well. Filoni's film as well. So a lot is going to be fleshed out. I didn't like I said, was it it's not going to be everything for everybody, but sure. I thought it was an enjoyable season, and what we got from it I thoroughly enjoyed. You know what I mean? But I
like the figures we're getting from it.
We can exactly, so we can be subjective about it, and we can have conversations about it, and we can say what we didn't like about the season, whether it was too slow, whether it was rushed, whether they rushed certain things, because we're sensible in the panel enough to talk about it. But the elephant in the room is the simple fact that there were a lot of bigoted comments about the show.
Oh, absolutely.
And that was the problem, is that those bigots out there outshined everybody else who were sensible and reasonable about the show, and also reasonable about their dismay and their dislikes. And we understand that. But there's a lot of individuals out there that overshadow people like us who can be sensible about it and have a decent conversation. That's my problem.
Vocal,
you know what I mean?
Vocal minority.
Vocal minority. And the same crowd is now, banging the door of the acolyte saying that shit's terrible and it hasn't even dropped yet.
I'm concerned, but I'm gonna watch it with an open mind. Because
bro,
it's Star Wars and it's new.
I think that one was more because of the director and what she said, and also the fact that she is the assistant of Weinstein.
Well, but you know what?
Yeah,
that's true. But it also, but the flip side of it, if you read some of the comments where there were a lot of racially motivated comments,
of course.
About
and there's no excuse for that. Like,
always
gonna be like, oh great,
really
I don't want to watch it because she's black.
Bro.
That's fucking stupid.
Exactly,
like, shit like that.
And people just throwing the word woke around, and I hate the fucking word, bro. I just can't stand it. And they were throwing that word around there and just pasting it on the wall without really knowing the definition of the actual meaning of where it came from and why it was basically provided. And they twisted it for their own personal narrative, bro.
Yeah.
And that's my problem. So what I said was, I just refuse to read any comments. I refuse to talk about my enjoyment of it. I'm just going to enjoy it for me, because it's right now. It's not a good place or not a good space to be a Star Wars fan. And it's not just us that recognize it. It's people outside of the franchise that recognize it, bro. And that's terrible.
It's hard. And I understand. Like, I joke with that lately, and I know I'm getting a little off topic, but I joke a little bit about it because lately a lot of these people in Star Wars are like saying wrong things, right? Like, I'm like, do you know Star Wars? So then I wonder, and then that makes me feel like, wait, if you don't know it, then how's it going to perform? Like, are you taking it serious? So I have skepticism, but you can't.
It reminds me of that clip that's been going around. I'm a Star Wars fan, but I'm a Star, but I mean,
right?
I mean, to be fair,
there's more out there other than the original trilogy, man. There's like,
to be fair though, and it is. Even I had, recently, came into that and learned to like expand, because I was like, oh, I'm missing a lot of great stories, just
Sure.
But on the flip side, when it comes to like these actors that say dumb stuff or don't know, what that Anakin didn't blow up the Death Star, with stuff like that, you also gotta look at it like this. These actors really don't know shit. They take roles. You know what I'm saying? They don't know everything about, they do their homework and they learn a lot, but still some of them don't know.
Well, then they need to just shh, because fans are going to be like, what the fuck?
To me, what does it say about the writers?
But there's been people that kill these roles and be like, damn, you did such good in that role. And I'm like, oh, I didn't.
Well, look, there's something to be said, and I'll give you a prime example. And this is why I don't mind having an open mind, even though I'm not liking a lot of the direction lately. But funny enough, give me Grievous, enough is enough. Iron King, hell yeah, if they need to give us Grievous. But I will say a fair point is not everybody needs to know the IP. I think a lot of people, and I'm talking actors, I mean, clearly the writers need to know the fucking IP and respect the lore.
Agree,
but as far as actors go, case in point, they bring in Walton Goggins, to play the ghoul in Fallout, and he does no shit about this. And that it's deliberate. It's deliberate so that he can come in, he can interpret from what the writers and the directors are telling him and by the script that he's getting, how he can portray this character, enough. And so that lends to people, right? Good actors can come in, not know this rich, crazy, nerdy fandom that we all consume and like,
kill it.
Because we're not normal people, man. There's something wrong with us. Okay, like, bro, we're past
the only thing I'll say about
it kills me because. Sorry, Jay. Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
No, the only thing I was gonna say, the only thing about the Acolyte, how I feel about it, I feel that personally, I don't know what to expect from it. And that's why I'm going into it. I don't have any expectations at all. I'm just gonna go and just gonna watch it and see. If I like it, I like it. If I don't, I don't. Right now, I'll say this. It looks more like a damn kung fu flick than Star Wars to me. And I understand that some aspects of Star Wars is inspired by like kung fu and samurais and stuff like that. But when I look at it, I'm like, it doesn't look like Star Wars to me. That's the only thing that I'm seeing now, personally. But that does not mean that I'm not going to watch. I'm going to watch.
Right.
But right now, I don't know what this is. That's what I feel, and it has nothing to do with the actors. Has nothing to do with anything. I just don't know what this is.
I think that one of the biggest things that and this is just from a fan aspect of it, bro. And I guess I sit sometimes in the space of the minority and not the majority, is because for me it's knowing that if I'm doing something, if I'm putting a piece of work out, if I'm taking a photo, if I pose a figure a certain way, if I create a song, if I do a recreation, or if I'm doing something completely out of the ordinary, it's the artist's interpretation. It's always interpretation of the actual art. Now, because I've read the High Republic, I've pretty much followed it since they released those books. Knowing all that I know about the High Republic and what was introduced, I'm more excited about it. I'm more excited about the simple fact that this story is not introducing characters that we already know. This galaxy is much bigger, and it's a much bigger space to play in than to keep rehashing on the Star Wars. I mean, the Skywalker.
I agree with that.
Family.
It's fresh in the sense that even though it's fresh, in the past, it's all fresh though.
Exactly.
Yes.
I know a lot of people are basically like, okay, if we don't, it's the High Republic. If we don't basically see Yoda, you don't have to necessarily see Yoda in this, even though it's the High Republic, even though he was completely visible there, even in the books, he wasn't always there. He was off doing his own thing. So I like that aspect of it, and it's setting us up for what's to come. To get back when it comes to like the actors, and here's the thing, bro. Like look, Harrison Ford and Mark Hamill, even themselves, when they were brought into the actual franchise in the very beginning, they'll even tell you, I don't know what the fuck any of this meant. I just know I was given lines, and I portrayed those lines exactly.
Well, and again, though, we can kind of excuse. Well, clearly can excuse that. But
this is what I'm saying. Like, if we can excuse that, then we have to also excuse some of these actors now, because like somebody said in the chat, just because an actor doesn't know the lore doesn't mean that they can't portray the characters exactly the way they should. They don't have to necessarily know the lore. They're actors. They don't need to read and go back and study. No, it's not. Number one, it's the writer's interpretation. As a writer, you are the person that's supposed to go back, know all the source material, take everything, and then on top of that, you sit down with the director, you sit down with the producers, you come up with the best possible story that represents the lore. That's it. You hire the actors. Once they're there, they're portraying based on the director's his influences, and then the writer himself. So I don't blame the actors for anything. Just like they'll bring an actor here who doesn't know. There's a lot of actors, fucking Marvel, they bring in characters or actors that know nothing about comics.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah,
they do.
Nothing. DC will bring actors in that know nothing about DC lore. And that's same for anything else. They don't, but they give 110%.
Well, no, you're not wrong. I mean, look, Mark Attack is the same point, right? Tony Gilroy is not a Star Wars fan, and he wrote a big part of Rogue One and wrote Andor.
And killed it.
I agree. I think those are great Star Wars material.
And killed it.
What did Harrison Ford know about Han Solo? What did Mark Hamill know about Luke Skywalker?
Mark, I'll also agree. I don't like what they did with Thrawn, because I've just been such a hardcore Thrawn fan for 30 fucking years. But it's cool to see him.
He was great in Rebels, and that was still Filoni.
I didn't watch Rebels, so
he was really good in Rebels. And that was still Filoni. So
here's the only thing that I'll say that they need. This is my only gripe about Disney's direction when it comes to their streaming services. You need, and I honestly believe that you need to get past the fucking fact. You need to get past this 30 to 45 minute time span. You have to.
Yes.
You have to give us at least an hour's worth of material. Like it's a standard. Like, bro, like if we can watch what is it? One of the longest running shows on NBC. What are we talking about? Law and Order. If we can get an hour's worth of Law and Order, bro, and each episode is fleshed out,
right? Then we could get an hour-long episode.
Then we can get it out, bro. If you give me an hour-long episode, but only give me, if you give me an hour-long episode, but then only give me 8 episodes of a season, I'm cool, because you can tell those stories. And
well, not only that, we get those on like HBO.
Yeah,
so
bro.
You watch The Wire or Sopranos or new shit.
But that's what I'm saying. But going back to Mandalorian season, but going back to Mandalorian season 3, I also think that was a problem too with that season, because then you had that one episode, I forget where the guy got where the doctor got double crossed. Like, I get where they were going, and I know they were fleshing out a story and they wanted to tell that story. I get it. But when you have 8 to 9 episodes at 35 minutes at best, you need to make sure all them shits are bangers. I'm sorry, that's just what it is. Or you need a higher order, or you need to increase the duration of the show. I mean, that's what we needed.
Well, that's the problem. And it's funny, as we're talking about Star Wars and the graveyard figures kind of hand in hand, like with this fourth sister showing up.
I need this.
I will say I need this too. However, what I will say to this point is that I agree with Jay. If Obi-Wan was longer, period. I don't like how they do these, like, hey, we're doing this limited event thing and it's like kind of short. And even though it's short, there's like filler and fluff in there. And you know, some of the shows that we love that go on, like even if you stay in the world of Star Wars, why so many fans love the Clone Wars is that you have 7 full seasons. You can have some of these filler Jar Jar episodes or R2 things or just these weird adventures. You can still have some of those in there, but with 7 years of content in that, you look at it as a whole and be like, dude, there's this massive rich story going on with multiple character arcs and events that are, and then it feels like substance. But when they do these short episodes and short seasons, and then you pluck out the filler that's already in a short season and short episode, what are you left with? And then that's why people are like, man, what the fuck? That's it? It's over? You know, so I get that. We need to have longer stuff, more fleshed out stuff, and we need the fourth sister and the fifth brother, man, because
they're like, do it. And the thing is, they still got time to do it, but you know, I don't know what the holdup is. I don't know what you're thinking. I mean, you've already basically put out both prototypes. You see that people want to have it, they want it, and you just
they've shown this many times already, like at events. So
I don't know,
you know. And Jay and I were kind of thinking, you know, maybe summer showcase. They're already ready. They'll be instant release. I mean, fingers crossed. I don't want you to announce this shit, and I gotta wait till the end of 2025 to finish this fucking show. Like, you know what I mean? He should be ready. He should be ready. So
I just want to quickly say this, like going back to the point earlier, I'm very cool with the idea of getting new content, new storyline that has nothing to do with the Skywalker saga. I want that, actually. But you have to be consistent with the lore that was already set up. You cannot mess with that. When you go and you say that, oh, Darth Vader, he's the chosen one, he's the one to bring balance to the Force, and then you go and you just bring back Palpatine randomly.
That was
just
dumb.
Somehow he returns.
That
is just bad writing.
That was the biggest mistake they ever made.
Right.
Yes, it was.
And you know what? And you know who has to clean that up? Filoni.
Yeah, and everybody else. You know, so it's you have to be consistent with what's already been established. I don't care what kind of story you want to tell. You just have to respect the original. That's
I agree.
I feel that with all the Star Wars we've gotten, good and bad, the sequels, in my opinion, especially that third movie, almost needs to be like just, oh, it didn't happen. Seriously, it almost needs to be like scrapped. Honestly, the first, even over Last Jedi, it just needs to be scrapped, because Force Awakens I did like Force Awakens, and I liked
but it was a safe retelling and showed new characters, so that piqued our interest. It was familiar ground with new people. We were going somewhere. Where are we going? I'm intrigued. I want to see more.
Right.
Exactly.
And then we're all excited to go watch The Last Jedi, and then you're like, huh? And then maybe you were still on board, maybe you weren't, And then Rise of Skywalker comes out, you're like, well, I have to fucking finish I gotta see how it ends.
That's exactly.
So then you go, and then you're like, so I
Two
get
directors
it.
trying to retcon each other.
Yeah,
it's just,
I get it.
Yeah.
It's just a bad idea to have random people go in and finish other people's stories. It just makes no sense. Why would you do that?
And I think that's why we get the way we get in a civil manner.
Yeah.
You know, not like, oh, I don't give a shit because it's this fucking girl or, you know, this person black. Like those people. Right.
We do.
Well, look,
that's
there's
the problem.
always going to be pieces of shit.
There's always going to be.
I'm still trying to figure out what was wrong with. I saw Furiosa last weekend, and I'm gonna tell you something. I'm a Mad Max fan, and that movie was fucking fantastic.
You like it? I haven't seen it.
Oh my god, it was great.
So.
It was great. It was great.
Right.
If you like Mad Max, you like that shit, dude. It was good. It was
All
good.
Right. I'll check it eventually. To me, it didn't feel like a theater movie for me. So
well, that's another problem. I mean, everything. How can you go to the theater and spend all this money? Just alone, I spent like maybe $50 or $60. Jeez. When I go to the theater, I do it. I'm
right. You want the $20 popcorn, the $19 fucking soda, and the $30 giant pretzel.
Going to For me, going to the movies is like going to the club. It's like that. That's just how it is. That's
totally fair.
Yeah.
But when you're doing all that, and let's be honest, in like 2 months, this shit's gonna be on home theater. A lot of people are like, well, I'll just see it when I go to home. I'll just see it at home.
Well, I went to my living
room. They don't
room.
want to admit that, bro. Go ahead. I'm sorry about that.
I went to my living room and I watched J-Lo on Atlas.
Oh, Atlas.
And Jenny from the
that?
block. Yeah, Jenny from the block was like AI.
I liked it. I liked it, bro. Man, I liked it. The reason why I liked it, bro, is because it was action packed from beginning till end, and it was I don't know what it was, and I was talking to Toya about this. Mm-hmm. I don't know what it was about this version of Jennifer Lopez, but it was totally different from what I'm used to seeing her. She was completely different.
She's actually pretty good.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, it was like I really liked it. I mean, I know it's getting a lot of hate, but I enjoyed it. I really thoroughly enjoyed it.
Is it getting hate? Because
it's getting a lot of hate.
I'm so glad I didn't read that.
I've heard nothing but good things about it, honestly.
It's just an easy movie to watch. It's just a nice.
I didn't know yet either. I will say though, Pedro, bro, I pre-ordered the collector's edition back in when it came out, man. Well, the MMO, right? The Old Republic. Obviously, I beat the hell out of Knights of the Old Republic 1 and 2 a billion times. I still have my Darth Malgus statue from the collectors, but you're right. Like and you could play the Old Republic single player. You don't have to party up with people. They've designed it to where you can just choose what path you want to go and do the story. And there's tons and tons of story. And then you can flip, and then you can go Sith and do all that story. And yeah, dude, I fucking love the Old Republic, man.
BioWare was still
back when BioWare was yeah. Having to go into the theater, lost during the pandemic. I feel you. I get it.
Like, I feel like a lot of people just stopped going.
Yeah, some of you guys are saying definitely go see it in the theater, but I've lost the gumption to like go.
Day and day release, streaming services in general. I don't care. Hollywood doesn't want to admit that shit, but it's the fucking truth. Day and day releases, the streaming experience has hurt cinema because people know, number one, I can go to the cinema. If I don't want to, I can do that, or I can wait 45 days for it to end up in digital or end up on one of these streaming platforms.
Well, and the cost
that I've already paid for. Yeah,
it's expensive, like Jay was saying. Going to a theater, if you have a family of 4, that's like a $200 trip.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, bro.
With all the concessions and stuff, and
that's why it's worth for me. Like, so what I did was I have the Regal Cinema Unlimited. Right. So basically, I can watch as many movies as I want. When me and Toya go, if it's just me and her, I'm only paying $12 for a ticket, plain and simple, and that's just for her. And then on top of that, with the Regal Unlimited, I get discounts on my popcorn and my soda because they earn so many points. So basically, I get a free.
It is worth it,
large popcorn and a free drink every time I go.
Yeah, so you save that.
You get your money back.
You get your money, and all I'm paying per month is $21 per month.
Not at all.
But then you gotta go. Like you gotta make sure you're going at least once a month.
Right. Yeah, you do.
Otherwise, I feel like you're wasting your money.
You can go as many times as you want. You can go to the movie. You can see as many movies as you want. Throughout that month. You can go if you have it. So again, like I said, for me, that's worth the experience, of going. But you're right. If anybody doesn't have that in regular,
it's fucking expensive, bro.
Yo,
Like,
you know what I mean, bro? Like the paying all this day, and that's why I don't give a going to see this Deadpool film. I'm not getting the fucking bucket. I'm just telling you that right now. I'm not doing that. I just want to go in, watch the film. Y'all can keep y'all souvenir cups. I'll just go watch the film for what it is.
Just have a good time. Go watch the movie.
Exactly, bro. Because I'm like the thing is, I'm sitting on the side with Jay. I am cautious. I am going to this very cautious for so many different reasons. Number one, they are hyping it up. Everybody's already talking about cameos. They're putting the weight of the entire MCU on this film. Ryan Reynolds is playing that up as well. So again, they know this, bro. I don't give a fuck what anybody says, and y'all can sit on that if y'all want to. This one film is not going to change the entire scope of the MCU. I'm sorry.
No, it won't. It will not. It's really going to be its own thing.
I hope it helps a little, but
it may lead into something. Yeah. But that something is going to feel very, very, very different than what this Deadpool movie is going to feel like. Right? It just may be a doorway to something else, but it's not going to feel like this.
Yeah.
This is a very specific Ryan Reynolds, Fox-esque,
I think that this
raunchy, violent comedy that's not gonna, you know what I mean? That's not gonna, So,
and you better explain to me why the fuck Cable and Domino's not in this fucking film if they're not in it.
Yeah, seriously.
Tie that loose end for me, please.
I would appreciate that as well. I love both of them. I mean, they're on my fucking arm.
Right?
Hey, Bloomer, my brother. Hell yeah, dude. I know, right? Why did they not? The purple rain suit is kind of cool. If you're a fan of Miles, and it's weird. It's weird, right? Like, as we're talking about things and looking through graveyards, it's fun though to look and see what we've missed. But it sucks. Like some of these things are just probably not gonna fucking happen.
I would have loved this, bro.
Yeah, this is cool.
Yeah,
I would have loved this figure, bro.
This would be cool. I wasn't a fan of the film, but I like this outfit. I like the outfit. This is cool, but again with the same, like they dropped it. And here's the male and female, right? Same thing. Like I think they're still gonna. This is nothing. This is nothing. This is Kit Bash for Hot Toys.
Yeah.
So I think it's just a matter of time.
Yeah.
You put these up as exclusives, they'll fly.
They should have did the shit as a 2-pack. Fuck
I was just gonna say that. Yeah. I was just gonna say that.
Right?
Do you think it warrants a 2-pack though?
Yes. Because of the simple fact that, bro, if you're releasing them, it's male and female, COVID, you might as well. Why? If you release it, but here's the thing. You have more success doing it as a 2-pack than single because you have you might be a little bit fickle on that one because it might sit on the shelf longer than what you think unless you do it as an exclusive or a limited release.
That's one thing, a limited release, because you got to think about it. They're kind of, if you notice, they're kind of been scared to do 2-packs from this whole thing with the Boba Fett 2-pack, which is still.
I think it's a little different when it's like a army building type of figure,
bro.
Stuff, right?
Yeah, I think folks who would get one would get the other.
I agree.
That makes sense too.
This fucking never came out. I thought this was a cool design, even though it was the prequel or the sequels. But I like.
I don't remember seeing this guy in the sequel.
He was on. I forget the damn planet where they actually had to go find Babu Frick to reprogram 3PO.
That's right.
And they were basically walking through. Yeah. So they were there.
Split.
Okay. You look bad.
This thing they keep fucking teasing.
Sick.
Like, come on.
I just want to give him my demo, like so he can play it in the club.
Right. It totally looks like he's DJing. Old 1/6 collector. Earlier, I saw your chat as well, buddy, and Nightwing. I'm in agreement with both of you guys. I remember when they showed that shit off in 2021, and we were like, "Oh fuck yeah, Nightwing finally!"
Yeah.
And then Hot Toys did Sideshow did a whole fucking showcase video on this figure. Not the Nightwing.
Yeah.
And wherever it is.
I want the Catwoman in that. To me, that's the best looking Catwoman.
Well, that would have, I agree. But and then fucking crickets, dude, for the Nightwing.
Right.
Same with these. This is the machine. They just they didn't give us the machine.
Yeah.
Here's Fifth Brother again.
Yes.
Hopefully those come out.
They have to. They have to. Those.
Yeah. They would have to.
Don't fuck around, man.
Yeah, of course. Here's the giant elephant in the room. you know, the N1. Probably not going to happen. This War Machine, I think we've passed. I don't want to say we've passed the expiration date of Endgame because we just got that Artisan Scarlet Witch coming, but I don't know. Is it a never say never? That was my whole point of why I wanted to bring these up, because there's some things.
If you get this guy, you would need to get the entire team, though. You know,
you need to have the whole team, and that Tony didn't. That Tony didn't sell at.
It ain't sell for shit. Nope, you ain't getting this shit.
I guess you're right. That didn't sell.
Where the fuck is this dude? Come on, they need to finish up this damn team.
Something going on with the license or something. I don't know what the hell's holding this up. If it's
where's Gamora?
Well,
where's Gamora?
One of the things that I did here is because Dave Bautista wants nothing else to do with the MCU, so he is definitely, from what I hear, is playing hardball with his license, or his likeness, because he doesn't want anything to do with him after it closed out. So that's something that I've heard by a source that's over there, but I don't know. We just just have to see.
I know. Well, we'll have to. You know, we'll see. Listen, I'm with you too, Key Man. Yeah, we need a Vicky Vale. We need a Kim Basinger. This look. We talk about this all the time. We joke with Mario. Shout out to Mario. You couldn't be here tonight, but you know. I
think this has a chance closer to the film. I think it has a chance closer to that film.
Bro, I mean, it is
not right now.
It is 6 feet long, though.
I know.
So it's quite big. You have to be practical.
Bro, do you think
sizzle reel and everything for this?
Do you think
sizzle reels?
You think they want to keep getting smacked in the fucking face by Jazzinc, bro?
I don't think they care. Personally, I think they make enough figures and they make enough money.
Eventually,
at this point, they should just work with you. They should just work together with Yos. Seriously, they just should. They should just team up and do some type. And I mean, they have worked with SHOT Show before on figures. I mean, they should just build something like this and work with Jazzinc and do a limited number of them.
Get a 3D printer, guys.
I mean, you could
print your own then one.
These are
this came out right.
No, these are quarter scales here.
You know what I'm gonna do?
Quarter scale. This will happen.
You know what I'm gonna do real quick? I came up with an idea because I was looking through chat and it just kind of dawned on me what I could do. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna show up to Oiler Workshop's house with a mask. I'm gonna tie him up and I'm gonna give him an ultimatum. Either you make me an M1 Starfighter, either you make me one from scratch. I don't care how long it takes. You're going to put everything else that you got on, put that on the back burner. You're going to make me an M1 Starfighter. If you do not make me an M1 Starfighter, you will never make another video again. And every video that you make is going to be me with a mask telling everybody out there they can't get what they want until I get what I want. How about that?
Yeah.
What?
Well, that's pretty damn funny, dude.
You gonna see him like, no, don't talk. He can't get what you not getting what you want until I get what I want.
Oh yeah. I think that this 2/12 is coming sooner than we think.
I hope so.
So I feel like this is not something that's gonna sit around.
Because they keep doing my man Cody dirty, bro. Come on.
Yeah. Where's my face one, Cody? What the hell?
Yeah, I know. Mantis, it's still possible, right? I mean, we got the Christmas one.
Yeah.
I can see this possibly happening. This fucking terrifying thing. I mean, I know AJ would buy it. I know there's a couple people in the chat that were like MODOK and I love MODOK in the comics, but I don't think I could buy this. I did not like
MODOK in this film.
Hell
no.
Yeah.
Nah, bro.
This ain't happening.
Nope.
This is not happening. No.
No.
Not happening.
No. MODOK, Charlie the Unicorn. I mean, like, some people are like, for sure. So, figure of the year, fucking Blitz. Yes. You know, I get it. It's unsightly, but some people are gonna want this to be like, look how fucking neat this looks on the shelf. 12-inch Moose Stream. I love Goofy. This is definitely Goofy. So interesting, you know. But I do have a $5 super chat, man. Dude, thanks so much, Ash from Ash Chase, my man.
MODOK and not Yellow Jacket, I'm gonna be.
I know we didn't get Yellow Jacket. Remember they teased that one for the first time.
Yeah, they
man.
did. Yellow Jacket is actually what I want.
Yeah, they never did shit.
Sure
so,
did.
my question is, do you think they could do the N1, but maybe shrink it? Well, it wouldn't be 6 scale if they did it that way, then, right? So they if they did a 12 scale version, then maybe. Then maybe they could. But then what's then what is the point? I'm not sure. But thank you so much, Ash, for that. I appreciate it. Trouble Dust says, gimme, figure of the decade. Right? Ash said, give me Humpty Dumpty. Austin Nichols, my man, you got to admit, MODOK is neat and innovative for sure.
Absolutely.
But I also agree.
I don't have to admit that, and I won't. No.
Right. Sean Forrester, my man, shut up and take my money. MODOK. So look, he's got a cult following.
No, man, they are full of it. They're full of it. This is what the community does. They say, I love it. I guarantee they make. No one's putting that on the goddamn shelf.
CT's favorite kind of people.
You would be surprised.
Your wife, your girlfriend will leave you. No one's looking at that. I'm telling you.
Staring at that.
You're getting your
I know.
out the door.
Yeah, I can see
that.
All jokes aside, I get
That's
it.
a good point.
Hell yeah.
I would definitely buy this, bro. I would definitely buy this in the mail, bro. I would.
This is an icebreaker at any party. Hell yeah, the fucking MODOK. Sorry. Yeah, no. These should come out. These should come out. I mean, they should.
I would definitely buy them, bro.
Yeah.
Because I would definitely buy them. It would make so much sense.
Yeah, I think so. I think they will. They're kit bashy, right? Meaning that they have all the tools. Trumbull does on my schlong. If MODOK is announced, I will pre-order. So that's pretty funny, my man. Yeah, it is. So what else do we have in here before I wrap? Clone Commander.
Yes.
This is another one that's likely coming.
Please.
That's going
100%.
Please, Hot Toys.
We're getting everything Star Wars. We're getting Star Wars.
More Phase 1 clones, and please fix that damn helmet. God damn
Go
it.
back and give me bays, please.
I know, no bays. Like, what's going on with that? Quarter scale. Again, keep in mind they showed off a lot of these. We have some of these obviously in 6 scale, but quarter scale
they're gonna
upgraded.
slow down on that because they don't sell well.
This one is weird. Like, what the heck?
Well, this is cool because this is his kind of Hall of Armory. Remember?
Yeah.
For Spider-Man, that's what they're showing. The light up,
the light up effect on him, and I still don't know how that works.
Well, I just want the device. That's what they're showing. Like, I want the device.
Yes.
Give me all those. Give me all of those. So I'm not sure. Hell yeah, dude. Exactly, man. Revenge of the Sith. Please fix the helmet.
It's so easy. I 3D printed that. Like, come on, Hot Toys. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Velocity suit from Spider-Man 1, PS4. Still never got it.
I thought this came out.
Nope. Nope, we never got that.
Statue did.
The R4 we never got. There's a sideshow version, but as far as Hot Toys, we've
all
never.
droids. Yep.
We don't have them. Give all the droids.
Like I said, I think we should get astromechs for the Jedis that are coming out. So
that would be cool.
Kid Fisto's R6. I'd take that.
Oh yeah,
that'd be cool. Yeah.
Another quarter scale, which may happen. There's our Nightwing. I mean, we watched this. We watched it live. There it is, a live digital event. I was there. I watched this whole goddamn thing, and I'm like, yes. I was like, yes, give me Nightwing, dude. And then nothing.
Crickets.
But you guys also remember at the time, I had the whole Arkham line.
Yeah, and they went in on that line, so it's weird.
They had all of it.
They didn't give us Nightwing.
They were reactive because So Toys released their version of Nightwing, and they reacted to it and just never did anything at that point.
Yeah, but I had reason to believe it's coming because I had Arkham Knight with the Red Hood swap, all the Batmans, the fucking Harley Quinn, the Joker, Batgirl, Deathstroke from Arkham Origins. They did all 4 games. And we had a decent collection. So when I saw this, I'm like, well, that makes sense. We've got a bunch of Arkham shit, so this has to be coming, and nothing.
They have all the intentions in doing it, but they have so much shit on the docket that it just got pushed to the side. That's just what it is. And it's weird that a big character like Nightwing would be pushed to the side because, like you said, they went in on that Arkham line. I remember you had all that shit.
You had all of it.
Was this no? I don't think it was. Was this around the time that they also introduced Baron Zemo, or was Baron Zemo after this?
This was 2021, and we were like when Sideshow was still doing phasing out of going to San Diego, and then remember where they're like, oh look, they're doing their own little preview con.
And that was around the time that they did Baron Zemo. Then
it might have been. Sometimes these lines are blurry to me, dude. But I think this was 2021.
21. It had to be. Yeah, it was around the time that they released Baron Zemo, bro.
Yeah, I think you might be right.
They were showing Baron Zemo.
Yeah, they showed that. You know, but nothing. So
crickets.
Yeah. Yeah, guys. 83 likes, 160 in the chat, man. Let's hit that like, guys. Can we get to we're at 82 likes. I know we can get to 100 in the next like 10 seconds. If you guys just click the like,
just everybody just click that,
or the dislike. I don't care. Whatever you guys enjoy, either one. Click them up, my friend. Let's get to that 100 before we wrap. We're just gonna go through a couple more things. Yeah, I have most of the Arkham line. Some of the best figures. The Arkham Knight with the red hood swap out is so fucking awesome. I had to get, of course, 2, but that was so intuitive in that sense where you're like, you know what, we could just swap this. We can make them red hood. But they know damn well most of us are like, that's when you want to buy 2. Yeah, because it's really like 2 different figures. You put the rifle away, you give Red Hood the pistols. You know what I mean? You have an Arkham Knight, you have a Red Hood. It's fucking awesome. But yeah, never got it. The black and gold quarter scale, nope.
Quarter scale.
There's your Baron Zemo, Lyle, that we're talking about right around that time. So
didn't happen. Definitely
didn't happen. But I know that third party came out and is great. But so this is probably never gonna happen now. No. Same thing, right? Team Suit just failed. So
never gonna happen.
Probably not going to get that. Another one, integrated quarter scale.
No.
This is interesting. The dioramas, they tease that, remember? But they just don't do it. So interesting on that. Maybe one day.
They missed the bucket on that one.
I don't think so.
Yeah. And here's the final photo. And the reason I want to bring this one up, obviously, because we see some other things here. Right. Poe Dameron never happened. Baze Malbus never happened. What is this one? It's not the Umbra. What the hell is this thing called? The Trooper? I forget its name. You know what I'm talking about? This Trooper right here.
Was that the Mud Trooper from? No, that's not the Mud Trooper.
It's not an Umbra Trooper. It's but the name is similar. God damn it, guys! Somebody in the chat knows what this is called. I remember the name, but it's escaping me right now. This Trooper. People have made customs of it. I know somebody in the chat knows what this is.
Wasn't that from Solo?
The Mimbomb Trooper. Thank you. Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
So they teased this off. They never did it. So, but my point is with this photo, and this is why I kind of wanted to bring this up tonight. One, just to kind of go down memory lane, show some people in the chat who may have not seen some of these figures. Actually, let me know in the chat, guys, if some of the stuff we've shown tonight you've never seen or heard about. But one of the reasons why I did that, but the main thing is when we look at this photo, this collage, we did get the Luke, right? We got a new Bespin Luke USB 2.0. We got our Obi-Wan, right? We've got the R5 droid. We do have battle droids, but we don't have episode 1 yet. Padme finally came out. We now have Kit Fisto. We did get a 3PO. I know this one's different with the red arm, but my point is, like, this was some of the recent-ish stuff, and I mean, it's happening. So there's still a chance that we're gonna see some of the stuff that we've shown tonight. Some of them probably not. The Captain Marvel, the Endgame suits. I mean, some of those probably are not coming, but
it would be shitty. I mean, I don't know, like with Baze Malbus, they put that out, dude, that's gonna piss a lot of people off because the rest of those figures are like, you can't get them. You know what I'm saying? They're like, those are like sort of highly grails, you know. So that's gonna be a bitch if they. Sorry,
no, it's not, because you know what they're gonna do? They're just gonna 2.0 them.
2.0.
Because in 2026 is what, the 10-year anniversary of Rogue One, or
you're right.
Wow.
So then they'll 2.0 Jenner. So give her rolling eyes. They'll give us another shirt.
Five.
Right? You know, now granted, you might not get.
If that happens, if they release another Gen Urso, I swear to God, I feel so sorry for CT's card, bro. I swear.
Shut them down. shutting the whole thing down.
They may not do everything, right? You know, you may not get Death Trooper specialists. You may not get the Jedha Stormtroopers. Some of those you may not get. You may get another turret. You may get another Jyn Erso, and then you may get this Baze or something. They're gonna do something. They're gonna do something.
Turret, Baze, turret, Baze, Jyn Erso, and Cassian Andor. Yeah,
but your Andor is gonna be from Andor if they do it or something. You know, like you can mix and match or what. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Because even Rogue One didn't give us that much. We got Krennic, we got Jyn, 2 versions, and we got turret. For main characters.
Well,
A2SO, I guess it's a droid, but
if they go an entire if we go this entire season, this next season of Andor, and we don't get that figure,
I know, right?
Yo, there's going to be a lot of questions at that point. Like literally.
Then that would just be that they don't believe that.
But here's the thing. Let me look at it this way though. Maybe the reason why we didn't get it that first season is because they know within the second season it's ending and it's the start of Rogue One, which at that point, because they said in this particular season there's going to be like a year or something year time lapse during this season. In the middle of this season, you're going to see a time lapse. So there might be a possibility that they do give us, Cassian Andor, but his look from Rogue One.
Right, because of a time lapse. So he'll now be in this.
Yeah.
His new attire would correlate with Rogue One when they meet him.
Exactly.
So I have a question for CT. CT, do you think, and please don't douse my flame on this one, do you think at the end of this next season, there's a chance that we will see Jyn Erso, bro?
And I say no.
No. You don't think she'll cameo in the show?
Think she'll cameo on this, bro? Like a little cameo, man.
I don't think so, man.
Would you give it a slide if they actually said, all right, if you see him talking to Mon Mothma and his first mission is to find her, and you just see a little image of her on the screen, doesn't have to be her.
Okay.
There.
Okay.
What you think? Come on, man. Give me some hope, bro.
Sure. All right. Work that one in. All right.
You bastard, bro. Come on, man.
That's pretty funny. Holy shit. Well, who knows, my guys? Who knows?
Well, yeah, you need an artisan, Jen.
Yeah.
So,
well, that would be great. That'd be
That'd be a beautiful figure.
JB, how you doing in the house? What's good, JB? All I know is Hot Toys needs to work on releasing figures faster. I'm tired of waiting 2 to 3 years. Well, they have kind of sped up a little on certain figures, right? We were like, whoa, it's already out in 8 months, 9 months. But
like
some of those are easy.
It's like a straight up year for like Padme. That was like there.
But that was a decent turnaround.
Yeah, but once again, they had her developed in for like years.
So they did have that going for them, but I don't know. We'll see. So
I'm still waiting on my Vader. Like, what the hell?
Which one?
That Vader,
the Kenobi Vader,
the one behind.
I'm still waiting on that from Sideshow.
That's
what
the
fuck?
That's some
Are you for real,
I'm
bro?
still waiting for that.
Wow.
They delayed it until like June something. I'm still waiting. June 25th. I'm like, are you serious? I got this motherfucker sitting right here. Yeah, and I'm sitting here like, what the
right there?
What are you doing?
That's why
I'm trying to see.
Bro,
I'm waiting on.
Well, you can't see.
I
He's
can't
down
see.
here,
I can't
bro.
see, but yeah.
Yep, I'm still waiting on that. And I'm
That's some bullshit.
so pissed.
Mine took forever too, dude. And even now, I feel like I've had mine longer than you, which I clearly have. You don't have it, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, damn, you're still waiting, and I was waiting.
If it gets delayed one more time, I have no idea what's happening. God damn it!
And the sad part of it is, this was kind of a like people were getting when it released. People were getting them like a week or two later.
What the fuck is that, man? Like, come on.
Yeah, right. And you remember me? I ordered mine
idea.
that week, and I took fucking forever.
Yep.
Yeah,
Look,
I don't know what's going on over there.
Harry,
Harry, you're talking about that right there.
Sir.
Come on, man. Don't leave him alone, bro.
But you tried to show him.
I can't see Leo. So that's
I know. I just
Listen,
gotta fuck with him.
but Harry, check it out.
Yeah, there's CT's right there.
I
Look
did.
God, CT.
Come on, man.
He's right there. Zoom.
Listen. So, Harry, I felt the same way about my Catwoman, bro. And I was about to give up until she shipped. And when she got here, bro, in person, it is a fucking fantastic figure, bro.
I want that
so
bad.
Oh,
he's doing it.
Yeah.
Oh, blow him up. Blow it up.
Yeah, he did.
I want to see it.
Oh, you did it. You did it. You did it.
Boot it. Hold on, turn it. Boot it.
You did it. You did it. Hey, so CT, what's your verdict?
I love it.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro.
Yeah, not an artisan figure, but I thought the rooted hair was
It's the way
more
it's
than
supposed to be.
acceptable. It was better than I thought.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good to hear.
Articulated. She was able to arch that back.
Yeah, bro.
Well, that works.
That's some serious arch there.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, I was surprised you were able to lock it down.
That looks good, man. You did that, CT. That looks good. That looks like
can Jay? I mean, Mafi, can you single out Jay real quick?
Yeah,
single Jay.
He does look pretty giddy right now.
Bro.
Say what?
You might as well just go and get that figure, bro. Go and get.
I'm getting. No, it's
yeah.
Wait, are you all smiley because you saw CT's Catwoman? Are you like excited?
Yeah, he was smiling that entire time, bro.
Yeah, it looked good.
You might as well just go and get that figure, bro.
Oh no, I'm already looking for it in my
just
shop.
just go and knock that out.
I need it like next week.
Hey, Mafia, can you?
See this?
Yeah, exactly. I see that. It's gonna come. It's gonna. Hey, can you single Harry real quick, bro? Real quick. Harry, you gonna get your Vader, bro. Trust me. Harry, you will get your Vader.
Better
bro.
be here this month. Otherwise,
it's gonna show up when you're in
somebody's dying. Somebody's dying if it doesn't show up this month.
Harry, you gonna get that? You gonna get that figure, bro?
Yeah, I'm gonna hold you to it. If it doesn't get here, then it's gonna be your fault. Sometime.
Hold up! Don't blame me. Blame Mafia because he showed you that shit first. You couldn't see mine.
I didn't show it first.
Yes, you
did. I just was like, hey, here, look at that Dead Strange though, huh?
Yeah, that Strange does look pretty sick.
Yeah, my man. I love it. Guys, we're 2.5 in, but that's because everybody came in late, so we're talking, we're having fun. I appreciate everybody in here. Still 160 in the chat. Before I leave, what are we at on the likes? I do 100 likes exactly, so maybe we can get a few more on the way out.
Hey, let's go another 30 minutes.
Yeah, well, I'm
like Muffy got to eat, bro.
I got to eat, bro. Yeah, you know it. Like it's late. I
got a routine. As soon as we go dark, as soon as we get off the screen, he's going to switch camera. He's going to be in the kitchen. You know that.
Or get some wings.
I would love some fucking wings, but I'm tapped right now. So, but no, this has been freaking fun, guys. I'm gonna do a quick little roundabout. Harry, my man, thank you for coming.
You gonna get your Vader, bro?
I hope so. Like I said, somebody's dying if I don't. So, but yeah, it's always a pleasure to be here and chill with you guys. Always a good time. So
always a pleasure.
And your
to
fucking
have you,
photos are fucking.
Oh, thank you. I haven't been proud of a shot in a good minute. But I
shut the fuck up.
Oh my god!
It's just the artist in me. But yeah, I saw that shot and I'm like, because I was editing it and I left the room for a second. I came back and I'm like, wait.
I
did this?
Yeah, bro. You showed the fuck out with that one, bro.
Thank you. Yeah, it's a fantastic figure too, by the way.
Listen, Harry. Look, I understand Harry's thing because I did, the same. Where I was like, man, I even showed some guys in the Discord last night. I was like, look at this Terminator T1000 shot that I did, and I said I never posted it, because I was like, I didn't really like. But and everybody's like, that's really good. But I'm like, Like, you know what I mean? Like, we have that sometimes in your head where you're like, no, I could have done that.
Like if you see all the amount of shots that I haven't posted, oh my god, it's literally like the Hot Toys graveyard, basically. It's just sitting there.
Yeah, sometimes, but you're right. But dude,
Post
your photos are great, bro.
Post that
Thank
shit,
you,
bro.
thank you, man.
Yeah,
But
it's great.
But yeah, I'm still slowing down on the photos because I really do want to get into 3D printing, making dioramas, because I think in the long run that's going to help with my photography. So I really
what you did with the chair for the slave one.
I don't know if you saw this, Leo and Jay.
Oh wow, that looks great.
Look,
wow, that looks great, dude.
Not bad at all. You know.
Oh, okay. So we showed this in the beginning of the show, but you guys missed out. So the subtext here is that Harry is like, fuck it.
Yeah.
I need to make my own damn chair.
At this point, I'm not going to wait around for anybody to make this. I'm just going to do it.
Right. Particularly for photos.
Yeah.
So what you saw there.
Yeah. And I used it in
what
the
he
shot,
used in his shot.
Yeah. That's
Yo.
That's amazing, bro.
You know what? It was crazy because Harry, I saw the shot and I was like, okay.
This motherfucker just taking screenshots.
Bro, no.
That's the 3D printed cherry,
I looked at it and I was like, yo, at first I was like, well, is this like a still for like season 4 or like are they getting ready? Like literally I did. But when I first saw it, I was like, is this a still or is this somebody, putting up shots? And then I looked up and I saw Harry and I was like, okay.
Here we go again.
Right.
I get it.
I worked 10 hours. That's right. All I wanted is links. I fucking love that shit.
Dude, you could have put this up and you can just put it looks like this was like a shot going into Vanity Fair talking about like the new season.
I could just be like, hey, new season. I got the leaks.
Yeah.
Dude, Harry's got it, bro. He's got the magic. One may say the black magic.
The black magic, yes.
Yeah. It's awesome, dude. No, it really is. Harry's fucking great. So but before we finish and continue on, Blur Dad, my man, celebrating 26 months of membership. Dude, thanks, brother, so much, dude. As always. Who's that standing next to your monitor? Listen, don't worry about me. Don't worry about me. I already got caught earlier in the damn stream. So, because I'm working and sometimes I forget and I leave stuff out that I shouldn't. But you'll just stay tuned. Stay tuned. So, but Jay, my man.
Yes.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
You were
Thank you. I mean, I'm so sorry for being late, man. This
it happens.
Bullshit. I'm sorry.
It happens.
But no, glad to be here. I wish. I wish. Damn traffic. But no, man. Thank you so much for having me. Yeah, man. Ash just asked me. Yeah, red and blue suit is dope, bro. It's dope.
Oh yeah, I just saw that in the chat too. I'm sorry.
It's dope. That sculpt is amazing. I mean, the mask sculpt is amazing. Like,
right,
it's a good
neck
thing.
seam. They nailed the neck seam. I gotta say,
they really did. They nailed the neck seam. That's how they all should have been. Honestly, it makes you. Yeah, man, they saved the best for last. But the review is up, so go check that out. Me and Mama Cousins are going to be doing the second installment of our Beatles talk. Her perspective on the Beatles throughout their career. That should be alive on Monday.
Nice. Okay.
And then Shuri is already en route. She should be, I think she's like already in Texas. So she should be here Monday.
Well, that answers that.
Yep.
Because you weren't around earlier, I was like, I'm sure you're picking her up. So
yeah, she
looks fantastic. I just already collected line, but damn, she looks like sculpt of the year contender.
Absolutely. I totally agree.
Yeah,
totally
beautiful.
Agree. Yep.
Yeah. So
can't wait to get that figure.
Hell yeah.
Killing it lately with that sculpt.
Dude, I'm telling you, fantastic. So, well, that's my man, Brother Cousins, guys. Check him out if you haven't already. I know you have, but and then we got Lale, my man.
The man.
What's up,
Buy
man?
your own goddamn figures.
Yeah, that's for CT, bro.
I know.
I had to put it up before because I knew he was gonna say some shit like that. Because you know what? He's always ghosting the chat every now and then. He'll say, "Buy your own goddamn figures." I'm like, man, I'll make a fucking shirt over that shit, bro. I ain't gonna do it. What we got going on? Tomorrow's Collectors Lounge International, where it's always a weekly recap. So pretty much everything we've talked about, throughout the week with the spend, we, kind of talk about that a little bit. What we got? Comic book talk with friends on Monday. So we're gonna be doing just a round table, just talking about mostly release, what we're gonna actually see in the future of the MCU, as well as comic books. People who haven't, if you haven't picked up the Blood Hunt, if you haven't been reading,
it's so good. That shit good.
Fucking bro. If you haven't, because right now, and I think they're doing this because they are really revamping the Midnight Suns the way they need to. It is fucking phenomenal. If you haven't picked up Blood Hunt, make sure you pick up Blood Hunt. This is a side of Blade you haven't seen before, and you may not like it, but it's good. And there's a reason for it. So just basically make sure you pick that up. What we gotta say? What Wednesday, of course. You know, anything that actually drops, we'll be doing that. A couple episodes of The Corner coming up. I have decided to bring back my videos, just videos, not lives, but videos for, Take Your Position, because I think it needs to happen. I haven't done it in a long time. And it's just a good way to kind of showcase poses. I think that I've, just kind of dust off the cobwebs, reposing. I think I got into that, like, just, I thought about it throughout the week, but I was like, just going back as we always do, we repose everything and we go through our collection and start reposing, and you realize how much you've advanced. And it's like, all right, let me show you just by different aspects, different attributes, and how to do it. So that's going to be coming up soon. But other than that, man, and also Figure Flex Friday, of course. We just rounded off the Spring Fever Flex, thanks to Watches Sixth over there, Comic Relief Comic Collectibles. And the winner's going to be announced next Friday. So that's coming up and everything. So man, that's it.
Hell yeah. Listen, I'll tell you, there's something to be said about that. And I know it's a little different, but similar when you're talking about, I've gotten a little bit better at this and I want to kind of reinvigorate and show some other techniques or whatever. I feel the same way, like with photos. I know Harry probably same thing. Like we may have taken photos of something like a long time ago, and then we want to come back to it and be like, dude, you know what? I've gotten a little bit better at whatever this, it was that I wanted to do, and I'm going to show it again, and absolutely, dude. So
and that's the reason why we do it is, and that's why, and an argument is to be made about 2.0s, because if it's an artist interpretation, it's a way for them to come back and redo figures and reinvigorate those figures. 2.0s and make it better, and if they can do it, and then they want to share that with the world, I have no problem with it.
100%. I'm with it, dude. I am with it. Pedro, yes, they did. Mondo did show off a bunch of cool. That Megan looks fucking great. I talked to the folks over at Mondo. I don't think it's gonna be this week, but probably the week after. I will be having Andy back and Peter, and we're gonna see, like, we're gonna talk. I don't know when. I don't think it's this week. Probably next week. They've all been very busy over there, but they're doing some cool stuff, and we need a progress update on that. So. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. CT though, my man, last but not least.
Goddamn figures.
Your figures, your Catwoman. Damn.
Yeah, bro. Hell
Looking good. Looking good.
Hell yeah.
Especially like that Star Trek shelf behind you.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, hopefully there'll be some Exo 6 love coming soon.
Yeah, I think Jordy hopefully soon should be shipping if all goes well, and
maybe
some other
some drops.
Maybe some drops. Maybe some drops.
Either confirm or deny.
Maybe some drops. But
yeah, man.
Anyway.
Thanks for having me. Always a fun time hanging out with you guys. You can find me in the Discord, man. Always in there. First thing in the morning, man. 3 a.m, you'll find me in there waiting for drops to hit. Drop watch. But we've had a lot of cool stuff going on in the Discord. A lot of folks working on their displays, building new displays, and movie watching, kit bashing, just a lot of cool stuff going on in there. So come on by, swing by, hang out with us.
100%. You guys need to come hang out with us. I just put a link in the chat. If you're not familiar with Discord, join it up. Look on the left. You'll see rooms. You'll see the lounge. You'll see Scum and Villainy. Those are voice chats. Come on in. You can listen. You can talk. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Come on in. Or general chat as everybody's typing in there. A lot of people. This is where we talk about everything. Drops, releases, info, fun shit, memes, goof around. It's fun. Come join us, man. Got my data this week. Hell yeah, dude. Congrats, my friends. Yeah, stay tuned, man. We got a lot of stuff coming with Exo 6. So that's all I can say. I can't say any more than that. Just stay tuned. And if you're going to Vegas, we'll be there. July 30th, August 5th or whatever. So come hang out with us. I'll be there as well. So yeah, what else is going on for me? I don't know, dude. I'm working. I got some shit. I still need to do, when I can, the InArt 2-pack. I'm gonna do the InArt review, the Batmobile when I have time, the Hot Toys. I'm doing a bunch of Batman stuff, so that's gonna be fun. And then you know, I gotta go back here. But yeah, there's gonna be there's some cool stuff I got working on the channel. And like I said, a couple of people coming on for, you know, some shows. Go watch the Yost interview if you haven't already. That was pretty informative. We had a good time. Week before that, we had John from InArt. We talked about some Harry Potter, some other upcoming stuff. So a lot of cool shit. A lot of cool shit, guys. And again, I'll update if you guys are watching now or on the replay. The links are in the description for everybody here this evening. And you guys have a safe rest of your weekend, man. And hopefully we'll get some cool ass shit coming next week. This is June 1st, so we're on month number 6. There we go. All right, guys. You have a great night. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.